Welcome back, everyone. It is Cardinals and Giants 10-year sim franchise back again, year two. Welcome, Voodoo.
Welcome me. Welcome
Yes,
back.
yes. And obviously, as we see here, if you didn't watch the last episode, we won. By we, I mean the Cardinals won the third Super Bowl straight, which is incredible. Incredible feat that no team has done in the Super Bowl era. Um, and we're heading into year two here of the sim. And very curious to see where things go. There's going to be a lot of questions that need to be answered. Giants obviously had a great season at 15-2, and I think their biggest question is, can they finally get over the hump, right? Because they've been a great
Yes.
team. It's just, can they get to the big game? That's the big
Cardinals have
question.
been the team in their way. Honestly, if they weren't there, I feel like it would have been the Giants in there. But
Yeah, very
you
true.
know, ultimately the Cardinals are absolute road warriors.
Yeah,
And yeah, the Giants are looking to get back to get up on climb the top of the hill.
yeah,
But the Cardinals will have something to say about that.
yeah. And I'd say the biggest question for the Cardinals this year is, who's going to be the quarterback? Because Kyler's on his last year of his contract. Do you re-sign him? He's been the guy who got you three Super Bowls, and he's still decent. But you also have the rookie Skillen from this
Yeah, you
past
drafted
year.
in the first round, so I mean, well, what
Yeah,
would you do at this point if
you
if you
know,
were still in control here?
it depends. Let me see quickly what Kyler's regressed to. He's still an 86 or an 82, I
You
should
maybe
say.
have to sim to head coach to see if you like
Yeah,
the
that's
overall
true.
regressions.
We should do that. Let's do that real quick because I think that's really what it would hinge on, and also whatever his asking price would be. Um,
Sure.
that this all play in the factor. But if we had like a reasonable contract on the table and he doesn't really regress, I would say bring him back for another year. Let Skillen learn one more year under Kyler. Try to run it back one more time with Kyler. But
That's true.
wow,
Oh, yep. We had a feel. I mean, had a feeling this was happening, right? I mean,
yeah,
that's
you did mention it with Tyreek Hill's contract was up, and we talked about it maybe being his last season because what, he was 34 or something,
he was
right?
34 going into his 35 season, I believe.
Yeah, so he was. He usually receivers don't make it too much longer than that, so we see him decide to call it quits. Let's look at the Giants' other retirements while we're at it. Only Cole Holcomb, who really wasn't with the
He
Giants,
was a
right,
depth piece, yeah. No, he was
for
a depth
you.
signing.
So, but the big one, Tyreek Hill, obviously had two good years for you, but you know,
He did. He had a pretty great 34-year-old season. But he was
yeah,
like 1,100 yards or
yeah,
whatever.
and he did
Um,
he did have one last play as a Giant, which was unfortunately that last catch of the game against the Cardinals.
yeah, bit bittersweet, but I mean, you also that opens up the door for Coyle, who had a
Yeah,
great rookie season.
absolutely. I don't
It's
think
gonna be
you're in a
fun to
bad
see
spot. Malik Neighbors and Coyle can be a really good duo.
for
Um,
sure.
and maybe Widener gets more involvement because Hill is gone, and you can just focus on those three receivers and then scout a bit on the ground game. Um,
Yeah, we'll see what Peak and them have in store. Let's take
yeah.
a look at your uh, retirements.
And Jalen
Or
Ramsey goes out with a ring. Uh, and he honestly
it's
was a great acquisition because
yeah,
we gave up a lot for him, but it was worth it. We needed a cornerback too. He filled in perfectly, not single handedly, but he was the game closer in the second run
it's
of the Super
strange.
Bowl. And then
Yeah, it's strange how much Jalen Ramsey and Tyreek Hill's careers have intertwined here at the
mhm,
end. You know that the first that game-ending pick in the
yeah,
divisional, Jalen Ramsey, I believe that was the Tyreek Hill.
yes,
Might
yep.
might have been neighbors, but
I
still.
think it
And
was
then
one
of
of
course
yeah,
at the start of that divisional or not, sorry, the championship game that really started to kick things off was that Jalen Ramsey pick,
yeah,
which I believe was Tyreek Hill.
yeah.
Um, yeah, no, and,
But
and then they retire together. It's pretty poetic.
yeah,
It's
I would say
pretty.
two Hall of Famers. I would say, you know, Ramsey, one of the best corners in the league for majority of his career. Tyreek Hill, one of the best receivers for a good chunk of his career. So, I would say they're Hall of Famers, probably.
Absolutely.
Um, some other notable names, Deron Payne is retiring. Jacob Bobenmeyer, the long snapper. Not like a ton of crazy names right off the bat. Obviously, Chris McCaffrey and George Kittle both retiring is a big one. both out of 12 years in the league, they decided to call it quits together.
Deion
Um,
Dawkins retires a Dolphin.
there you go. Um, obviously Joey Bosa, Andrew Van Ginkel, Browns edge rushers gone. Zach Allen retiring after 10 years is kind of early for him.
Mhm.
Derrick Henry retires as a Bengal. Um, and then Stephon Diggs in free agency. Just a lot of free agent retirements. Chris Boswell,
Yep.
Dick Chubb. Um,
DJ Reader.
yeah,
Yep.
some interesting names, but honestly, not as many retirements as last season. Um,
Oh, yeah, not even close.
but definitely a couple big names for sure. But overall, not a ton of crazy um, names to note. But anyways, back to what I was originally going to look at here was to see if Kyler regressed. He did. He is down to a 78.
Hmm.
He definitely lost a lot of his lost a couple points on
Where's your rookie
stuff.
at this point?
That is a good question. He's playing up to, well, he's at a 77 with superstar dev.
Ooh,
So if I was still coaching, I do think maybe we would decide to let Kyler go. He doesn't have the mentor tag. Maybe if he's cheap enough, like bring him in as the backup. But since he doesn't have the mentor tag, I do think that Skillen would be the guy I'd be looking
yeah.
forward to. Um, but that's not necessarily a given thing with this team. They could always try to run it back one more year with Kyler, and I think that would also be a decent idea. Let the young quarterback develop a little bit.
I agree. I do agree with letting Skillen start. I mean, obviously superstar, and I think where he's at, where Kyler's at, like I think
It's a one
the
overall
experience for the
difference.
rookie, yeah, the experience for the rookie playing, I think is going to be more valuable than letting him sit another year at this point, especially with
Absolutely.
the difference between Kyler and Skillen. But
Yeah.
if you want to bring back Kyler for one more run, maybe even have Kyler start the start of the season, then bring in Skillen, whatever you
Sure.
wanted. I mean, you could do it that way, but yeah, I don't think he should sit another full year.
Yeah, I agree. And Kyler Murray actually did win Super Bowl MVP um, in that Super Bowl, which I'd say is fair. He had a pretty good game from
He was
his
clean.
stat line,
Yeah.
and obviously we didn't watch the entire thing, but we saw the back end, and he was kind of cooking. Um,
He was, yeah. I mean, that's kind of just what Kyler has been doing for you. I feel like that Cardinals team is just providing clean and stable play for the quarterback position and letting the rest of the team shine,
absolutely.
especially. But he himself has had some very big highs, some high highs, is what you might say.
Yeah. But let's take a look at mock draft 4, I guess, and just see kind of any interesting names here. Uh, we've seen
Defensive tackles are dominating.
yeah, a ton of that. I think interesting. Yeah, it's a ton of like other in the top 10. It's all D tackles, edges, or one receiver. So
Yeah,
very
I guess the
interesting
league is
there.
it's very developed into a trench heavy
Yeah,
league.
which I mean,
Seems
hey,
like
fair enough. Colts taking a running back at 12 would be very interesting. I feel like they're a team that needs a lot still. So I don't know about that pick, but that we'll see. It really is a lot of like trenches and corner, some receivers in there. You get a safety to the Eagles at 26. Um, right now the Giants are projected to take Dalvin Booth, edge rusher, round
doesn't
one.
make any sense, but
I
okay.
mean, I don't know where Brian Burns is with his like he is he regressing?
Yeah,
Is
but you
his
have Damone
contract up?
Kinley behind
But
him.
maybe
I
they
don't
like
think
him as more of an interior rusher at this point. I don't know,
maybe, but then
but
you also have
maybe not.
Mason Graham and the
It's true.
superstar defensive tackle. Uh,
I mean,
yeah,
who knows? Who knows? And then the Cardinals are projected to take a left guard. Um, I don't think it's a bad idea. I guess Elgin Jenkins is getting old. He can slide over the right guard probably, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what teams actually decide to do in a little bit. I just wanted to take a quick look. Marvin Harrison went down to superstar dev, um, which is fair. Hasn't really shown much as an X factor receiver. Um, I'm shocked Jalen Thompson still has superstar dev though, because I don't feel like he really deserve that more than other guys in the league, but that's pretty much all that's changed. Um, for Kyle Hamilton not being superstar is crazy, but that's fine. But
Fair enough.
I don't know. Do you want to just head to next week and keep moving? We'll look at
Yes.
the
Yeah, I'm ready to
coaching
head to next
hires,
week.
I guess, after
Yep,
this
oh
week.
yeah, take a look at the coaching. Yeah, the coaching changes. So
Yeah,
there were
let's.
some big ones last season.
Yeah, there definitely
Um,
was, and we had a really bad prediction. Um,
yeah,
with those. But hey, things change. So let's take a look at the signed guys. I guess let's look at the fired guys first, released.
sure.
Um, or would that be? Yeah, that's fine. We'll have to look a little bit further down because there's some other guys in here that are players. So Bears cleaned house in the wild card round. Jets cleaned house, got rid of Kellen Moore after that
Wow,
unsuccessful
where are you
experiment
seeing this? I'm trying
in
to
the transactions under released.
release. Yeah, I'm just seeing players.
I had to scroll all the way down the wild card.
Oh, okay, gotcha,
Um,
gotcha, gotcha.
the Commanders clean house. Dan Quinn gone. Saints clean house again. Steelers clean house again, getting rid of Kevin O'Connell and Aaron Glenn.
Yeah, we were high on that. You're like, yeah,
We
that Aaron
were,
Glenn, Kevin O'Connell, 1-16. Yeah,
yeah.
that's rough.
D'Amico Ryan's on his way out along with his coordinators. Um, that's an interesting one. I mean, the Texans weren't like great, but maybe they just didn't feel like he was bringing enough, to make this
Yeah,
team worth the
I
worth
mean,
keeping
last
them.
couple of seasons they've been a bottom 10 team, just not getting them where they need to be as an
Yeah,
organization.
fair enough. And it looks like that's like all the teams that lost or changed coaches. So let's see who got signed. Starting from the earlier ones, I guess. Where is there any ones from this? So a lot of these practice squad players signed. I doubt that's gonna have any guys below that. But Steelers bring in D'Amico Ryans. That feels like a Steeler coach. Um,
Yeah,
that could be interesting. I don't know. I don't know about the coordinators, but we'll see. Dan Quinn and a couple coordinators. It looks like just the same guys that he had head into the Saints. So we'll see. Um,
Texans are going with a rookie head coach here.
Adam Murray.
Yeah, I
Um,
mean, we saw what it did for the Dolphins. I think
that's
they
true.
had a.
That
I
is
mean,
true.
it makes sense.
I think the only difference is they had Shane Steichen as their offensive coordinator, so that could be a
That's
little bit
true.
different, but we'll see. Commanders bringing Kellen Moore. I don't know how some of these guys are still getting jobs.
Yeah, Kellen Moore should be gone.
As a head coach,
I feel
like
like every team
coordinator,
Kellen
sure, but
Moore's every team that Kellen Moore has been a head coach of so far has been poop from a butt.
pretty
Not sure how he's
much,
getting jobs,
yeah.
but
And Jets bring in Christopher Torres, another young coach, trying to just get a fresh look, and then Bears also Scott Anderson, a new guy. So really, just couple teams recycling the same coaches, but couple teams trying some new coaches out and seeing if they can bring a new set of eyes to this team, each
yeah,
team, and see if they can
I feel
turn things
like
around.
I kind of like that Dan Quinn to the Saints move. I feel like Dan Quinn, I obviously in Washington hasn't had the success that they've quite wanted, but I feel
Right.
like ultimately, I mean, they've been a pretty. I mean, that NFC East is very tough, right? And I
Yeah.
feel like he's kept the team somewhat competitive, except for of course last year. But
Yeah.
for a
I
Saints
mean,
team that has been substantially worse, I feel like
right. I
Quinn,
do
might move the needle for
agree.
him.
Yeah, I agree, and I think with Mitch Wilds, I think you have a ton of upside there with that team. Even though they were 4-13, I think that team can be extremely good, possibly.
We might see a Dolphins-esque turnaround where they went from the worst team in the league to a Super Bowl contending
Yeah,
Super Bowl. Yeah,
I would love to
that,
see it. Honestly, it'd be very cool to see them take that turnaround. Aside from that, I guess we can go to free agency one, right?
get
And
to it.
we'll
Yeah, do we want to do
we'll
the recap and
yeah
all the
we'll
moves?
we'll, we'll do all that again. Um,
Mhm.
But any thoughts on like any predictions, I guess?
Oof, well, I'm I guess I'm slightly spoiled because I see my salary cap went from 60 million to 1.64 million. So I know
Yeah.
we did something with this money,
That's
at
better than
least.
last year because you guys didn't do a single thing.
Well, it worked for us last year, but I think
It
this
did.
year maybe
You
it
decided,
was
hey,
time.
let's add some guys.
Yeah. To be fair, I think some of the money is probably going to re-signing, of
Sure,
course.
sure, for sure. Um,
Yeah.
I guess quickly pick. We can pitch stop to mock draft 5 here.
Let's do it.
A lot of
Ooh,
the same guys. It looks like not a lot of
did the receiver
guys.
move up to 3, or was he in
He was at
already? No, he was already
3
3.
for the
Three.
fourth
Yeah.
one, but a lot of the D tackles still. Not a lot of changes. Although,
Trent Mincy's
yeah,
projected to be a Titan instead of a Colt.
interesting, interesting. Um, yeah, not a ton of movers. Like a couple guys go up a pick or down a pick. Angelo Delgado though moved down 14 spots to the Vikings
Yeah, and the
at
Giants are
20.
projected to take a guard now instead of taking the that edge.
And do you
Morgan Borden.
feel like that? Oh, that's the guy that the Cardinals are projected. Do you feel like that makes sense? Do they? Because they have Harrell
Um,
at
they
right
do.
guard,
They
but who's their
have a
left
nice
guard?
line. I'll have to double check. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not sure about the guard move. Maybe play him at center for Holt's getting old, but I
Could
don't
do
know if they're
that.
gonna do that.
Probably not.
Yeah.
And the Cardinals are projected to take a corner who I see he's a first or
Oh,
second round talent. Um,
I did check my roster. I'm not. I won't say anything, but
okay,
someone they're yeah.
there's some
Sorry, keep
names,
going.
but yeah,
There's some
so
things happening.
Cardinals looking at corner, which is very fair. You lose Jalen Ramsey. Um, definitely curious to see what they can get there and see if they can finally land a corner in the draft
Mhm.
as we head to free agency week 3.
Oof.
And we'll that's a crazy one. I'm seeing getting a little
I do.
spoiled from the news here
Yeah, I
for the
do see
Jalen
that.
Hurts one, but that's curious. Very makes me curious. There seems to be a really good free agency class this year, but let's take a look at them. Yeah, wow, wow,
Yeah.
whoa. Okay, let's start with quarterbacks first. Jalen
Yep.
Hurts, the big name in this class, X Factor, 91 overall, goes to the Raiders. They're giving up on Spellman.
Yeah,
How do
wow,
you
they
feel
said
about
fuck
that?
DeMar Spellman. That's no, that's disrespectful. I think DeMar Spellman was, that was the Raiders guy. I feel like the last season they were a wild card team last season as well, and
Yeah,
they've been kind of a pretty solid team with a young quarterback, and that's really just saying that says volumes.
yeah, and
That's
it's a
yeah,
4-year deal for Jalen Hurts, so you'd have to imagine he's probably gonna spend maybe possibly the rest of his career here as a Raider, and Spellman's gonna be headed elsewhere. Kyler Murray sits in free agency, so it does look like Skillen is the guy for
yeah,
Arizona. But
makes sense.
other than that, at quarterbacks, just backups. Aiden O'Connell
Goff is
goes to the
here.
Browns.
He's gone for
Yeah.
his over
Um,
there.
and another big one. This is a very surprising one for you. I feel like.
Yeah, yeah. No, I was not expecting this at all. Scatterboo to the
Wow.
Rams. I think that's bad for both of us, huh? I don't think either of us like that.
That's no. I mean, obviously, I hate to have to see him twice a year, but it's shocking that the Giants let him go, especially for the contract that he was given. That doesn't feel like that's that
Absolutely.
much.
That's no, that is not that much. But the Giants are already at 1 million, so I think maybe there's some moves in later in this free agency, or maybe the re-signings. Maybe we'll have to double check that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because I know
It's
there was Brian Burns had to get paid. I think he's still on the team, so I think
right.
there were just some big contracts, and we had to let Scottaboo
Yeah,
walk.
and
That's tough to swallow,
running
though.
back is replaceable more so than other positions. Plus,
Yeah,
Scatterboo getting to 27 years old. That's kind of the year where you start worrying about the regression of health. With how many carries he's
true.
been given. But again,
With a style of play, but it's
yeah,
yeah, no,
you
it
never
doesn't
know.
really lighten the blow for me. It's a tough thing
No,
to see.
absolutely. In the Colts bringing Quan Amos, Tajay Spears stays a Titan. Travis Achan goes to the Titans. Jonathan Brooks to the Browns. And it doesn't the Chiefs bringing in like 4,000 running backs, just like the Cardinals last season. But no giant running back. So Najee Gross is running back 1 right now for the Giants, huh?
I think so. I think so.
We'll see if that remains. I mean, he's good, but I don't know. Can he fill the shoes of Scatterboo? That's a big hole to fill.
Yeah, actually, I'll check that real quick. So I that's crazy. Is it just gross? Whoa, there. Oh, that that running back that we Malone. He's a
Yes.
superstar,
Oh, is he? Okay. There you go. I
and
mean, he was a power
currently
back, so
behind.
maybe they
Yeah,
do a
maybe that was.
little split
Ooh,
back.
yeah,
Maybe they do a
yeah. They
little Gibbs Montgomery situation.
see.
That'll be interesting. It'll be very interesting to see a new look backfield for the Giants.
Mhm.
Um, no fullbacks were
Scouting.
signed. Receiver, another really big one. Amon-Ra St.
Yeah.
Brown headed to New England on a 3-year deal to play with Drake
Mm.
May, and the Patriots have been loading up. I feel like,
I've seen them very active in free agency. I think they're making a lot of moves, a lot of good moves. I like them. I
yeah,
think they could definitely be, especially in that AFC East, they could definitely be competitive.
absolutely. You see Terry McLaurin still pretty good, goes to the Jets, and that could be a good player for Howitzer to
Yeah.
make some plays with. And Emeka Egbuka goes to the Colts. I think that's a good pickup for them as well.
Grant to have Anthony Richardson throwing to Buka. Yeah.
If he's still going to be the guy, he really shouldn't be.
He's surpassed probably all expectations though to
Yeah,
somehow continue starting.
yeah, but a couple other names here, nothing super crazy. Christian Kirk, the offensive player of the year for the Rams last year, heads to the Titans. Superstar Dev.
There you go.
Couple other receivers move in there, but nothing super crazy, I guess. There's a couple guys in there still that are serviceable. Torrey Horton's still free agent, former Giant. Um,
There you go.
but nothing super crazy. At tight end, the only tight end signed is Colson Loveland, and the Rams might be turning things around a
And
lot here.
that is nasty. Yeah, Scatterboo, Colston, Loveland. I mean,
Yeah, it's a really good pickup there too. 3 years, not a big contract honestly for Loveland. That's
oh yeah, especially for the youth you're getting and for the talent, I think that's a
yeah,
steal.
yeah. I mean that's, and you still have Puka, you still have a Burrow who had a down year. Maybe you're really trying to load up and build this team to be a contender and get a Burrow
Yeah,
to a good spot. Only left tackle signed Jordan Mailata to my Steelers, so
there
it's
you
not a
go.
bad pickup. I mean, even though they have a ton of tackles, Ross Barton hasn't really developed well. Honestly, he's given up a ton of sacks. So
Yeah. No, I think my lot is just a clean pickup and 1 year, not a crazy high salary, especially for how much we see tackles getting paid now. Not
yeah,
bad. I think it's a quality pickup there.
yeah, they need to worry about Joshua Carter's health for sure. Um, ton of guards signed here, but nothing like super notable. Steelers and Patriots in here still making moves. They're pretty active, I would say.
Yeah,
Um,
they're definitely the most active so far. Jets also picked up a kind of a bum guard.
yeah, maybe. Oh, he has a star dev. Maybe the little flyer on him. Um, Center, really not anyone notable in the center group here.
Yeah.
Not really. Right guard, Colts, another good pickup, Mekhi Becton for a year.
Ooh,
Um,
nice.
a lot of again, Kevin
Old
Dotson's still
Rodgers.
free agent though. He's asking for 20 million per year. That's quite a lot
Yeah.
actually. Yeah, maybe he'll have to lower his expectations there.
Yeah, someone's gotta. Yeah, no.
Right tackle, that's a nice signing for the Titans.
Maurice Mims. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's pretty nice.
that's a
Like that.
good
And also
pickup.
Emery Jones, the Bear, turn all right to the Panthers. Panthers have made a couple moves here.
Yeah, they've
I
been
like
getting
kind of like what they're
involved
doing.
for sure. Um, I will say Cardinals definitely have very little money. I know I saw they made like 4 signings, I believe, but nothing like I don't think I saw anyone super crazy. Moving to defense though, Donovan Ezeraku is a Patriot. They're again just loading up on talent, and I could see them making a run possibly. Um,
I agree. I think this is very indicative of a confident football team.
yeah, they're trying to really take advantage of the just the Drake May experience, and
Mhm.
his youth, still there. Only one D tackle signed because of all the talent coming in, the influx of D tackles, and there's a ton of great ones still in free agency. Vita Vea,
Yeah, and the
Javon
only one
Dexter,
signed, Derek Notties.
yeah,
That's crazy.
Christian Wilkins, but that's the thing. I mean, there's so many great D tackles coming in. A lot of teams are like, we'll wait, we'll get a D tackle in the draft, maybe two, and then if we don't manage to get one, or maybe we want another guy, and we'll come back to free agency and grab one of these guys.
That's true. Yeah, no, I think it's I definitely think it's also a changing of the times.
Absolutely.
Definitely, these guys are
Uh,
wanting 20+ million, and you can get a rookie that
right.
can develop into that pretty easily.
Yeah. And this is an
Cool.
interesting one because of just how good of a player he's turned into. I didn't think Ashton Gillette would be an 85 superstar dev, but he is, and he's a commander, and that's a really good pickup for a team that's had some struggles. Some other names here: Yaya Diaby, Princely Emmanuelen, and you got Josiah Stewart and Mike Dana going to the Dolphins, so they're trying to bolster that pass rush more.
You keep going. I'll be back real quick.
Okay, I will say the Cardinals signed Jermaine Johnson as a right edge there. Did not show up as the signed portion for me, but that is it's an all right pickup. Sam linebacker, really nothing notable. Cardinals picked up a guy, 70 overall startup, really nothing super crazy. Mike linebacker, not a ton of great linebackers available. That's not much to mention there. Will linebacker though, a big one, JOK headed to the Patriots. Another big pickup for the Patriots. Danny Stutzman going to the Dolphins. That's a nice little pickup for them as well. Not a ton of other notable will linebackers left. Looking at corner, Keely Ringo goes to the Cardinals. I guess they're taking a shot at him being a guy. Marlon Humphrey moving his way to Minnesota. Riley Moss to the Dolphins. Kyer Elam and Carrington Valentine to the Browns. A couple other names thrown around. Jack Jones as well as a Brown. But nothing super crazy there. Free safety, Jabril Peppers is a Panther. Xavier Watts, superstar dev free safety to the Browns. That's a good pickup there. Jalen Thompson's a free agent, still sitting there. Leaves the Cardinals. And then at strong safety, Jaquan Brisker goes to the Dolphins. Another big pickup there for the Dolphins, trying to continue with a really good team. Dane Belton, former Giant in free agency, is a strong safety here. And only a couple kickers, couple punters, but nothing super crazy in the grand scheme of things. Cardinals signed 3 guys, and that's really it. Jermaine Johnson, Keely Ringo, and DJ Moreland, all the 1-year deals. So really not a lot of money to go around, but that's okay. Not a big problem in the grand scheme of things, but be very interesting to see if some of these guys end up on other teams here, because there's a lot of good talent still available. For sure, that could make an impact on certain teams. But welcome back. Were you able to hear me during that?
I did not. No.
Okay. Well, I just went through the rest of the positions. Really nothing super notable other than like Marlon Humphrey to the Vikings, Xavier Watts to the Browns, and Jaquan Brisker to the Dolphins. Dolphins just kind of loaded up on talent. Oh, and Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah is a Patriot. Another really good pickup for them,
And
but
not a single signing for the Giants.
not a single signing at all. Wow.
Nope,
Just
but the cap
re-signing.
went down. I mean, yeah, I think we just are retaining our talent
Yeah,
here.
yeah. Cardinals only signed 3: Jermaine Johnson, Keely Ringo, and 70 overall Sam linebacker DJ Moreland. Yeah, it's all 1-year deals, so they didn't have a lot of money. We've hit that point with both of our rosters where all of our cap is being used to retain players, which is fair and to be expected.
Yeah.
But it looks like, yeah, Nick Skillen is looking like he is going to be the guy here in Arizona. I don't know why the Cardinals still have 5 running backs on the roster. They did re-sign Marvin Harrison, it looks like, though. They still really like what he has. Re-signed Will Johnson as well. Looked like they re-signed Walter Nolan. Some other players as well. They had to re-sign a lot of guys, actually. So very very fair. But I don't know. I'm very curious to see what our teams do here in the first round.
Yeah, we're getting to the
The
point,
draft.
as you said, cap is thinning. Cap is thinning, so you need to hit on your draft picks here.
Absolutely.
Because your money is used to retain talent, so to improve the rest of the roster, got to hit on these big picks.
Yeah. Titans quarterback Cam Ward wants a receiver. Cooper DeJean wants to see the Raiders upgrade their pass rush. And I mean, we'll see. You know,
Yep.
it'll be very interesting to see. We'll hop into the draft here, and we'll see what picks are surprising and not. Probably nothing super crazy. Um, let's just you just want to jump to your pick. Honestly, really not
Oh,
much to
yeah, yeah, we can jump to our my pick, and we'll see what
anything notable.
look back and see if anything notable. Yeah,
Oh, Bills are. I guess Bills are technically a user right now, still technically, but a lot of D tackles like we expected, edge rushers. That running back did not go to the Titans because they brought back Tyjae Spears, so he's still going down the board. Um, really
yep, no quarterbacks yet.
looks about as we expected. A lot of defense, all defense
Yeah,
except
only
the
one
receiver.
offensive player in the first, yeah, in the
Yeah,
first 13 picks.
so that's kind of what we expected, but
Mhm.
go to the next pick here. Um, anything else interesting? A lot of the same,
Tackles.
tackles, still corners, D tackles, that safety.
Trent Mincey to the Seahawks
There
here.
you go. So that's where he goes. See center go to the Browns, another safety to the Eagles. So we head to your pick here. Another D tackle, another edge. Just based on who's here, who's on the top of the board, where do you think Giants go?
Where do the Giants go? That's a good question. There are still some good edges here, and judging by the mock, there's a good chance that we go in that direction, even if I
Sure.
necessarily don't agree. I think linebacker, honestly, wouldn't be bad. There's a couple of round 1 to 2 guys you could go after here.
I did see
Felt
Dane
confident.
Belton uh left in free agency, so maybe
Ooh,
safety like Louis Matias here.
strong. Yeah, safety would definitely be in play. I think. Double check, but yeah, I don't. I think safety is thinner, but we do have Talano. Belton was our depth safety, so
That's true.
Hufunga is now just going to be, true safety, not playing the sub linebacker we
Right.
had him as.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would. I think there's a good. Yeah, there's a few ways you could go about this. I think honestly,
Maybe best player
linebacker,
available even.
maybe best player available. Yeah, linebacker, safety, receiver. We do want probably another receiver here,
There's definitely a
wide
couple
receiver three.
guys
But
here.
unless you're confident in Walt Snead, which I mean he's solid, but um, yeah, yeah,
Is
maybe just
is
take those
there
player available.
is there a chance they take a quarterback?
That would be again probably sickening. I don't. Let me double check the contract, but
I will
I
say
think Dart's.
there's not really a
He's
quarterback worth it. I mean, Nate McKenzie doesn't look terrible. He's a second to third round talent. He'd probably be the best guy available, but
right. But I mean, Jackson Dart's still very young. He's a superstar now.
yeah.
He is on his last year of his contract, so
I guess this
do
will
you
be this will be a deciding factor of
that would
the
be
future.
sickening though. That would be sickening.
Well,
We'll
let's
see.
see. Giants take Camille Knight, the edge rusher.
Yep.
I think it's interesting. You can't
I
have
mean,
enough
depends how
edge
good he is.
rushers. You know,
Yeah, if he's really good, then I think honestly, take it. But
could have a
yeah, it
really
really
good
just depends on
rotation.
true.
Um, but again, I mean, you just signed Brian Burns to an extension, so in terms of needs though, like the Giants, how many needs do they really have?
That's a
Not a
good point. That's why
ton.
it's
So
hard to say. So maybe it is just
sometimes,
take the best guy.
yeah, sometimes that's just what you need to do. Dolphins here take Morgan Borden, the left guard. Sounds like a law firm. Um, now
Yep.
Cardinals here at 32. Personally, obviously quarterback's not on the board. I like this Gordon Cook guy because I see he's a round one talent. Could use an edge. Josh Sweat, I mean, is getting up there in age. Jordan Birch, he's good, but he hasn't really gotten to that echelon of player where we're for sure on him being like the future guy. Um,
True.
I would say that I could see it. I don't know if there's a free safety. That's probably a little bit further down the board. Corners definitely in play. We're projected to take the Fitzsimmons corner. He's a first or second round talent. I wouldn't hate that either. So I would say one of those two positions, corner or edge, would be a good pickup here. Um, and we see Cardinals with Roger Goodell. I have the cinematic on because I skipped it last time and I didn't see who it was until you told me. um,
Yep.
Select a big white boy. There's booze, so I'm a little worried about that. Who is this guy? I didn't see. Who was it?
It was something Finnegan. I think it was a guard.
Okay, I mean guard is not a bad position to need. Elgin Jenkins getting old, I think makes sense to maybe look to improve there. But I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how good he is, but we'll see him.
Yeah, sometimes these draft picks are really you're really only gonna see them unfold and like understand in hindsight how good or bad they were a few
Yeah,
seasons down the line. So, you know, one of those things.
very true. And we go ahead and take a look here at the draft recap. Oh, I almost simmed.
One of yours first.
Sure. Again, only 4 picks because of the trade for Jalen Ramsey. And actually, Jaron Finnegan, 77 overall, hidden dev guard. I don't hate the pick at all. Having an O line is not a bad thing, so I don't hate it. I Quan Wiggins getting another hidden dev linebacker, 73 overall. I don't hate it, but at the same time, we already have a pretty good linebacker group, and it feels like we don't need him here when we have other spots that might be better to fill, and then we just get 2 pretty whatever D tackles. So
I think the Finnegan pick is solid. I mean,
yeah,
21 years old,
yeah.
pretty solid overall.
I do think him and Wiggins are good players potentially, but I'm fine with
Just
the
about the
Finnegan
role.
pick. I just don't know about the second rounder being a
That's fair.
linebacker when we have some other needs. But let's take a look at your Giants. So Camille Knighton's a 75 overall, hidden dev. So
That's not bad. Ooh, we do get a safety, JD Rose out of Iowa.
see, that's who I would have
He's
liked.
also a hidden dev.
I would have loved to see him get drafted by the Cardinals in round 2. With no Jalen Thompson anymore, might as
You
well
also
take
get a
him. But
linebacker. Yeah. Trey
yeah,
Trey Sanchez, 72 overall, also hidden dev. We also get a guard who's also hidden dev, Wyatt Boston.
nice. That's a
Pretty good draft.
pretty
Honestly, I
yeah
like this.
pretty
This
solid
is a
group
good
there.
depth draft.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
not bad at all. And then just looking at the entire draft as a whole, um, looks wow. That's the highest player I've seen in I think any Madden naturally. Jimmy Edmonds, an 88 overall strong safety. No wonder he went in the
Wow.
first round. He's the 99 hit power archetype. Um,
Wow.
yeah, he's insane. Coming into 6th best strong safety immediately. Great zone coverage and tackling already. Good speed. I feel like he's kind of like
Raiders are going to look very good, huh?
yeah, I mean, very
Wow.
possibly, but I mean, yeah, that's an incredible pick. That, like I said, that's the highest overall I've seen. A generational player, he's an X factor guaranteed, but like I've seen an 87 overall running back, but he is the highest player I've ever seen. Um, drafted. Uh, Trent Mincey was 84 overall, so he's a pretty good pickup. 98 speed, burner, kind of Kenneth Walker esque. Um, this is a pretty good draft class too. Same thing with last season. Um, Another really good strong safety, 83 overall. Quentin Kramer goes to the Eagles there. He's pretty good. Um, and obviously a bunch of those D tackles are really good. There's a tight end who was an 81 overall. Um, yeah, I mean a lot of good players. Morgan Borden was an 80 overall. Damn, fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean looks like a pretty good draft class, honestly. Again, 2 really strong classes back to back. Of course, right after both of us stop playing, um, we get
Yeah.
these really really good draft classes. Um, yeah, I mean some really good players. I mean I'm interested just the Raiders as a whole. How did they draft? I mean, honestly, like not great outside of Edmund, the safety, but not bad. But that's insane. 88 overall strong safety is insane.
Yeah. He's
I've never
almost already getting paid 10 million
Yeah, I mean,
as a rookie
might as
center.
well deserve it too, because I've never seen that. But one thing I want to look at quickly is the Cardinals lineup here is very interesting because I don't understand what we're doing at safety. Oh wait, we have Justin Reed. I forgot completely. Never mind. We're good. Safety, we're good. Oh, Josh Sweat left. So Jermaine Johnson is the replacement there. I would have liked drafting an edge, I think, more so than another off-ball linebacker, though. Especially when this was the Zeke Teague guy. He's an 81 overall. Uh,
Fair.
he's sitting behind Cody Simon, Mac Wilson, Trevin Wallace, and the rookie Wiggins now. Like that's kind of brutal. I don't know. How does your team look right now?
Looking solid. Honestly, I'm actually quite liking that free safety pickup. Von Holland's getting older, so I think that was a good move.
Yeah.
Edge, I'm just not sure where. Sorry, I'm not sure what this edge is going to fit in Knighton. Not
Yeah,
sure
I
where he's going to
mean,
fit in.
they're really trying to just continue building that really good front four, I guess, front five even. They're
Yeah.
maybe committing to that five down lineman.
As for guard, I mean, I like the guard. Boston, solid overall, but again, just where is he going to play? I'm not sure. Maybe
Yeah, maybe he's
I'm
more
not
of
sure.
a move to center. Maybe probably not because of Madden, but you never know.
Yeah, never know.
Um, I mean, just looking at the Giants team, like really the only spot I feel like that they maybe could have improved on was probably receiver 3. But like other
Yeah,
than that, I mean,
receiver 3 and maybe linebacker was the
maybe
only two I was.
linebacker, yeah. But like
Yeah,
secondary, like I think the Rose pick was good because that safety they needed a third guy and they got a third guy. Um,
Mhm.
but like the rest of the defense, other than the linebacker, maybe is pretty good. The O line is pretty good right now. Mike Widener. Your top two
Mhm.
receivers are good. You kind of just have to trust that Marshall Malone and Najee Gross are gonna be a good tandem because there's not really. I don't feel like you could have maybe taken a guy, but they're both young, so you gotta give them a shot. I feel like.
I agree. Yeah, and also the elite running back wasn't there at that point, so yeah,
Yeah,
there's not really
yeah, but
not much of
then
a point.
and then Dart is here, who's he's ranked the third best quarterback in the league right now,
Yeah, he's
actually.
superstar now, and yeah, no, he's it's his time.
Yeah, so I will say I think the Cardinals. I'm just gonna predict now are gonna have a down year. I wouldn't be shocked if they miss the playoffs, just because Madden sometimes does that. But I could see another wild card round
All
game
hinges on
for
how that quarterback performs, honestly.
absolutely. Um, and also injuries could play a factor, but I think the Giants are the favorites this season
Yeah, that's
as a
pressure.
whole.
I mean, honestly, they do deserve the pressure. I feel like
Yeah, I mean
it's
they went
they're not
15
we're
and
not
2.
signing anyone. Obviously, this team's confident with their talent. No signings or retaining all their talent. I mean,
Yeah,
I think it's definitely plausible.
yeah, but I guess we'll advance to next week and then we'll go to mid-season and see
Mhm.
where all the teams are at.
Let's
But
do it.
yeah, I don't know. I mean, I will say off-season wise, not a huge fan of what the Cardinals did. I don't hate any of the moves necessarily, but
Yeah, it kind of seems like they're transitioning,
yeah,
of course, as
yeah,
a team.
yeah. Taking estrogen, it's
Well,
important.
there you go. That's
Uh,
that's transitioning right
but
there.
Tyreek Hill is a Hall of Famer, by the way.
Oh,
How do
nice.
you
Did
feel about that?
I'm glad for him. I think he earned it. He
Yeah,
earned it. There's no way around that. You can put aside him as a person possibly and kind of accept that he's a good player.
yeah. There you
Did
go.
Jalen Ramsey get a Hall of Fame?
No, not. It was only him in that news story.
Also, there was a bit of a offseason uh, thing with the safety I drafted. JD Rose frustrated many scouts, refused to go off script, and went through most drills at 75% effort. It's
Hmm.
not good to hear.
Well, we'll see if he can prove that wrong. But looks like the Cardinals and Giants both given a C+ grade by ESPN for their drafts, which I feel like's not fair. I would say the Giants probably had a better draft. Um, and then the Jaguars had a B, which was the probably the best one.
Yeah, the
I
drafts
would say.
are ranked from like C minus to just B. I think
Yeah,
that's the
I've never seen an
variation.
A. I
Never seen an
mean,
A. I've never even seen a D rated
yeah, I've
class.
seen C minus is probably the lowest I've seen.
Yeah,
Um, but I guess yeah, we'll see how things go here. I'm very curious to see how the rookie quarterback for, I guess second year quarterback now plays. But Skillen, he's the guy. So we go to mid season. I also did see Brent Burbank was on the trade block because of contract breakdowns in New England. So that's maybe a name to watch out for moving, maybe even to the Giants. Depending on how things go.
maybe we'll have to see here at the deadline. See if any teams are antsy to make a move. Kind of
But
depends on records and stuff if you're going to
very
be
true.
willing to
Very true.
make a move.
Yeah, injuries could play a factor too. But so
Okay.
so the Giants and Cardinals both sit at 4-3. The NFC West is a bloodbath right now. five
NFC
and
East is
two.
a bloodbath as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
The
the West
yeah.
especially. Yeah.
Yeah, the NFC North is the Packers, and then everyone else sucks terribly.
Oh wow.
The
Yeah.
Panthers are 6-1. What
Wow.
a what a year for them. And the Saints, honestly, is 3-4 at this point. They almost have as many wins as they had last year.
Yeah. Saints are looking for a wild card spot. This is interesting.
A very
This is
interesting
interesting.
year. Cardinals, tied with the Seahawks and Rams, and I mean this division's very difficult. And I'm surprised the Niners, without Kittle, without McCaffrey now, are at the top of the division. And Eagles only a half game above you, but they're still at the top, which is very interesting. Um,
Yeah.
let's look at the
Look at
AFC,
the
I guess. See how
yeah.
they're looking. Patriots, who we said looked like they
Yeah,
were building
their
up,
moves paid off.
they're 7
Wow.
0. They're moving. And Raiders 5-2 with Jalen Hurts and the 88 overall safety added. Jaguars still looking like a good team. Ravens back in the mix. Chiefs, Titans, pretty good, but a lot of the teams kind of in the middle here. And the Colts at 1-6, shocker. Steelers already have
Yeah.
more to double their wins from last season. Um, but
Wide
yeah,
open AFC.
yeah, it's honestly, yeah, it's pretty much anyone's AFC there, and the NFC has just a lot of stinkers at the bottom, but
Yeah.
I do see some interesting stats there on the right side with Mitch Wilds being up there in the passing yards again. Scatterby for the Rams is leading the league in yards.
Oof. Yep.
Um, Malik Neighbors
Neighbors
leading the league.
neighbors.
Yeah. Um, I also love seeing Jordan Birch with 10 sacks randomly leading the leagues. Pretty crazy.
There you
Um,
go.
but yeah, some interesting stat lines there. That's very interesting. Oh, also a thing we didn't really talk about is who's the quarterback for the Eagles right now. It looks like Clay Tyson
Clay
is
Tyson.
and
Yeah.
it's working out for them. He's a rookie. They just drafted him. 77 overall playing up to, and they're 4-2, or and they're making things work with it. So I don't know. It's very interesting. Um, guess we'll do the auto generated draft class and ton of D tackles, of course. There is a quarterback top 10, Darius
Oh,
Waddle, possibly
there
related
you
to Jalen.
go.
But you ready to go to the playoffs?
Yeah, let's go to the playoffs. This might be neither of us making the playoffs for the first time. That'd be pretty.
I would be shocked by that. I think one of us at least will. Um,
I hope so,
Possibly
but
both, but
you never know.
you
You
never
never
know.
know.
I do think Giants have a better shot because their division's a little bit less um, less strong, but also the Giants are just a pretty, I'd say, a better team right now than the Cardinals. But we'll see. You never know. As
Okay.
we get to the playoffs, and who is in, if it ever loads. Cardinals are a playoff team at 11-6.
Giants are a playoff team at 12-5, won the
Wow.
division.
Eagles fell off hard.
Wow. Yeah, they did.
Lost 7
Niners
games.
taking over the NFC.
Possibly, but the Panthers also, Saints make a wild card berth. Falcons turn it around after a 2-4 start. Seahawks and Rams again, just both kind of not able to turn things around. The Vikings with a crazy comeback to almost win the division. The Packers almost lost it. They're 6-1, and they only won 3 since. That's crazy. Crazy turnout. And wow, I will say I see the stats for Skillen. We'll talk about that in a little bit, but I mean, he's third in passing yards. So there you go. And I will say there's a new sack record holder for the Giants.
Holy shit!
Abdul Carter with 27. Where did Jordan
Wow,
Birch go? He had 10 sacks. He's off the
he
list now.
he disappeared.
Literally none of the same 3 guys are
Wow.
there on the sack list. Completely new group there. Um, let's check out the AFC. Whoa. Patriots only win 4 games the rest of the year.
They still made a playoff spot, right?
They
They
do,
did.
but
Oh
the
yeah,
Chargers somehow came back and won the 1 seed at
11
11
and
and
6.
6.
Yeah, no, this was
Wow.
a super middling AFC.
Browns 10-7, back to the not Super Bowl, back to the playoffs. Titans make it in. Chiefs, Jets actually 9-8. Honestly, pretty good season, turning things around. Jaguars, weren't they like a five
Yeah,
win team? They're five
they
and
were 5 and
two.
2, I think. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a rough fall off.
they fell off. Steelers had a much better year. Broncos, really bad year. Dolphins right back down to the worst team in the league apparently.
Jeez,
Um, and Colts
that's rough.
are bad.
They lost 11 games straight. Yeah, that's not good.
Wow. Imagine going to the Super Bowl and then immediately being the number 1 overall pick again. It's didn't they go from first pick to
They
Super
went from
Bowl
the
to Super
worst team to the best team back to
second best
second
team?
best team to the worst team. Yeah, no, that's
That's
rough.
that's a hell of a 3-year span for Dolphins fans. But yeah, the playoff bracket is very interesting. And the AFC side, another Ravens Bengals matchup. I feel like we've seen them a lot recently against each other. Um, Patriots Browns going head to head. Titans Raiders. Chargers with the bye. The NFC Niners with the bye, and then Saints Panthers going head to head. Giants Falcons going head to head, and then Packers Cardinals, and that's a matchup that's been a very playoff consistent matchup. I feel like over the past 10 years or so, 15 years,
Mhm.
even back in the Aaron Rodgers days. Um, but I guess what do you want to look at? Let's look at your Giants stats. I guess while we're
We can start there.
start there.
So yeah, Jackson Dart had an efficient. I'd say had an efficient season here. 33 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. Not the I would say not to the caliber he had last year, but not terribly far off.
Yeah,
Just
pretty
some
good
less
year.
passing. Yeah, a little less passing. I feel like this season it
Yeah,
seems like, but still
which
very clean,
no
efficient
Tyreek Hill probably played a factor in that.
for sure. But going at rushing, Najee Gross had himself a starting year, almost 1,000 yards. Not terrible. 7 touchdowns.
The efficiency is a
Malone,
little concerning though.
yeah, efficiency wasn't too great, but Marshall Malone had 4 touchdowns, only 200 yards, right about 200 yards in his rookie, well, not supposed technically second year debut. John
And
Coyle, of course, getting involved as
yeah, and
a touchdown.
I don't know if you see Malik Neighbors has 4 fumbles on the year. That is a concerning amount.
That's not great, but he's also one of the best receivers. They're almost 1,400 yards,
That's
16
true.
touchdowns, almost 100 receptions. Coyle, I mean, the touchdowns went down, but he's still keeping up with the yardage and efficiency. 972 yards, 7 touchdowns. Widener, still not that 1,000 yarder that we remember, but still, making an impact on his team. 66 receptions, kind of playing that safety blanket role. Walt Snead came in as wide receiver 3, and honestly had not a bad season. 578, 4 touchdowns. Um, yeah, no, not too terrible. Not too terrible. Defense, I feel like, is where we need to talk though. So Cam Bolden
Absolutely.
needs the Giants tackles once again. 4 TFLs for him as well. I'm going to sort by TFLs. 8 TFLs for Brian
That's
Burns. 9.5
extremely
sacks.
low TFL numbers for this team. Not a lot of yeah, that's
Yeah.
odd. That is very low.
Well,
Run
he
defense
made
maybe
up
not
for it
the
with
same.
an Abdul Carter 27 sack season. I think is that the record?
Yes, that should be the record by
Should
4.
be the record.
I believe. Well,
Um,
I don't know if we'd have to check. I don't know what players like Miles Garrett could have broken it a couple years into the
True.
series. Who knows? But
Yeah,
I think so.
incredible monster season for Abdul Carter. Uh, and interceptions wise, Cam Bolden leads with 3 interceptions, along with Javon Holland with 3. Mitch Harden finally getting his first interceptions of his career, 2
Wow.
years in.
There you go.
2 interceptions on the season. Drew Phillips had a solid season. Bunch of deflections as well. So yeah, no, definitely interesting. Also a few fumble recoveries.
Yeah.
3 forced fumbles for Javon Hollins.
Four
Still
blocks.
showing that he
Four
can
blocks
ball.
is crazy.
Wow, there you go.
Your rookie
Yeah,
got one
honestly,
of them, though.
very scrappy Giants defense.
Yeah.
Offense, not as amazing as they were last year, but still very good, I'd
Yeah.
say.
I
Still a
will
very good
say
ball team.
the pass rush, other than Abdul Carter and Brian Burns, had a down year. I mean, Burns even
Yeah.
like 9.5 sacks isn't bad, but I mean, Kinley only 4.5, Graham with 4. Not as much sacks production, but I mean, hey, they're still a
Definitely.
good team, still making things happen. Also, Cam Little is the kicker now, not Jake Bates. Fun fact.
There you go. And
But I
little.
guess we'll take a look at my Cardinals and see what rookie or second year quarterback now Nick Skillen has. 4,400 yards, 30 touchdowns, 10 picks, 63 completion percentage. Not terrible
It's
for
that's what you definitely what you ask for, like,
yeah,
first year starting. I think
yeah.
that's definitely a solid stat line.
Yeah, it's definitely not bad at all. Rushing, a little bit of a down year in the amount. I feel like we didn't run it as much. Benson missed 3 games, under 1,000 yards, 10 touchdowns. Still had good efficiency. Did fumble 3 times. Robinson did get some more carries this year, but still not as much as
Oh,
I'd like. But he
Nick
was very efficient.
Galen attempted 62
Oh
runs.
yeah, filling in Kyler role, got a couple there, which is interesting. Keaton Mitchell got some involvement too. Nothing super crazy. Um, Receiving, Joshua Ramos is here. He has
We
officially cemented
predicted
himself.
wide receiver 1 season. Yep.
Wow, 82
Nice.
catches, almost 1,200 yards, 10 touchdowns. Marvin Harrison taking the back seat, but still a good year. 67, just under a 1,000 yards, 7 touchdowns, and Mike Wilson still producing really well. 82 catches, almost 1,000 yards, 9 touchdowns. Trey McBride, 73 for 708 yards, no touchdowns, and then a big drop off after that. But
Yeah.
honestly, those 4 receivers have a pretty good year here altogether. Skillen really providing a lot of targets to all of them. Um,
Absolutely.
Defensively, Cody Simon takes the reins from Mac Wilson as like the lead guy, 110 tackles. TFLs, Jermaine Johnson actually had a really good season. 15 TFLs, 8 sacks. Nolan with
It's not
11
bad at all.
TFLs, 13 sacks for him. Jordan Birch, 13 and a half sacks. Dylan Easley, 6 sacks. Not bad year there. Darren Boyce, that white safety that we saw in the NFC Championship game, led the team in
Yep.
picks with 3.
There you
Um,
go.
let's see, 11 deflections for Trevin Wallace. I have no idea how we're handling our linebacker group. There's so many linebackers on this team.
Hey, they're all kind of chipping in a little bit.
Yeah, here and
Yeah,
there.
Mac Wilson's definitely taken the
Yeah, he's
next.
regressing at this point, so it's expected for him. Joshua Carty's the kicker now, sure. Um, but I guess we'll look at the entire NFL and see what they look like for the year. And guess who's at the top again? And he's going to get MVP. Absolutely will. Joe Burrow, 5,100 yards, 52 touchdowns to 4 interceptions, 68 completion percentage. Yeah,
Yeah.
so that's
Wow.
MVP right there. Mahomes had a good year. Herbert's up there. Cam Ward finally having a good year. I feel like we haven't seen that from him. But
Yeah, and wasn't there that one year the Titans squeaked into the playoffs?
let me look. I feel like
I think he had a solid season that
eh,
one year, and then aside
yeah,
from
he
that,
was
he
like
was
all right, but yeah, this was his best year by a long shot.
through.
Mitch
Yeah.
Wilds is up here. Josh Carter, I mean, a ton of picks still, but he's turning things around, I feel like. Um, Dante Jeffries, actually incredible year. 3,700
Oh, only
yards,
4 picks.
32
Nice.
touchdowns, 4 picks. Seen some turnarounds for some of these younger quarterbacks. And it looks like the Colts have finally given up on Anthony Richardson. They have Dane McQueen, the quarterback.
It's a fun name.
Not
Dane
an amazing year, but hey, it's better than than having that asshole.
Yeah, they started a rookie. There you
Yeah,
go. Like, go get it.
yeah. Clay Tyson, the Eagles quarterback threw 20 picks and 20
Whoa.
touchdowns. Jameis Winston-esque stat line.
Oh, he had a what was it called? A Von Herren rookie
He
season.
did. He did. And Baker Mayfield also not looking too great at this point. I feel like he's
Oh, you
regressing.
know what happens? Do you know how he's had Tua starting last season? Tua's not starting anymore.
Oh yeah, Oscar
Oscar
Browning.
Browning
That's maybe why they
putting up
aren't
a
good now.
stinker.
Yeah. Tua, maybe free agent. I'm not really sure, but I don't know. That's a very interesting. Mahomes led with 70 completion percentage, but yeah, that's pretty interesting quarterback year. Corey Burrow needs to get a better O line because he was sacked 66 times. My goodness,
Yeah, that's a rough one. Clay Tyson, 20 touchdowns, 20 yeah, I
that's
saw that.
brutal.
And then 20 picks for Baker Mayfield on
Yeah,
21 touchdowns. He's falling off.
that's yeah. And then
Tough.
I mean, you see at the top of the running back list, obviously your guy, not anymore, but Scadaboo,
Oof. I mean, I'm glad he's doing well in LA.
just not winning games as much.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, it's rough.
still very good year. You see like Bucky Irvin's here, Brees Hall, Genty, some normal names. Emmett Dunn for the Niners taking over for Christian McCaffrey, having over 1,000 yards. Um, he also had the most attempts. The Saints running back Dimitri Bass with 14 touchdowns, along with Nate Hickman, lead the league. Um, Gibbs and Brees Hall both had 7 fumbles. That's quite a bit. Scadaboo tied for most broken tackles. Um, yeah, I mean, nothing super like wild here, I guess, in the running back sense.
Yeah, no, pretty tame running backs season.
But receivers are more interesting, I'd say.
Yep. Wow. Jamar Chase actually is back to being not the wide receiver 3 on his team.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure a few years it was Marquise
yeah.
Brown and T. Higgins.
But yeah, he's back to being his normal self there. He had a crazy amount of catches compared to the next guy up, which was
Yeah.
Malik Neighbors. That's a yeah, pretty good year. But yeah, Neighbors had a great year. Tristan McDougal, him and Mitch Wilds are going crazy. Um, Christian Kirk still doing good in Tennessee. Maybe he was the guy that they needed to bring the good play out of Cam Ward.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
T. Higgins still being involved. They have Dylan Thomas now. That's a new receiver, 1,000 yard, 13 touchdowns for Bengals receiver. Because why not? Torrey Horton on the Rams. They're the LA Giants.
There you go.
A
Yeah,
thousand
they are
yards,
there.
13 touchdowns. 21 touchdowns for Rashee Rice. That's
Yeah,
quite a
I
bit.
wasn't expecting that. Yeah, okay.
Um, some interesting receiver stats for sure. And Amon-Ra had a good season there in New England, but who gave the most sacks actually? Dom Higgins, Devin Myers, 2 early picks. Well, actually, Dom Higgins wasn't, but Devin Myers was the second overall pick for the Falcons.
Yes.
Um,
Oof. That's rough.
that's not great. I will say worse for the 2 guys at 20 though, because they both had under 900 downs played, and they gave up 20 apiece. So not great, but defensively, Ernest Jones the most tackles. Aiden Hutchinson, Joey Bosa, 26 TFLs. Okay. Yeah, Abdul Carter just dominated on sacks. Yeesh. Wow.
Devin
Yeah.
McCoy had a great year as a D type. Yeah,
Yeah.
no.
He's
Christopher
very good.
Cooper? Who's Christopher? Do we know Christopher Cooper?
He was probably their first round pick last year, I think.
Oh, he might have been. You're right.
Yeah, X Factor 92 overall. Just casually, just coming into the league,
Yeah,
develop
these
into a
trenches are
beast.
getting crazy, man.
Yeah. Josh Sweat is a Brown, apparently. I don't even remember seeing that happening. When did this happen? Like, I knew he left, but I didn't see him get signed or anything.
Was
He
he
had a
signed
great
after the
year.
draft? Maybe?
I have no idea. Yeah, looks like it. He's on a $890,000 contract for 1 year. Yeah,
He's getting scammed. Holy
that's an
shit.
incredible performance from him. Some young guys in here for sure, but dude, this fucking Oluwafemi Oladejo for the Titans still somehow manages to be insanely good. I don't understand. This guy puts up good
Yeah,
numbers
he's a
regardless.
Madden goat. Yeah.
He is. Christian Gonzalez led with 9 interceptions.
Yeah, it wasn't even close either. Travis
Yeah,
Hunter was still up there though. Shout out to him with his
yeah,
crazy season last year.
yeah. He had another 9 as well. Um, really not a lot otherwise to note. The first overall pick had 2 safeties for the Steelers. Sal Hernandez, 15 TFLs and 6 sacks, so that's notable. Um, yeah, I mean, a very interesting year, statistically, but I don't know, not much else to really talk about. Um,
Yeah, I think those are the major stats.
yeah,
Interesting year.
yeah,
Interesting year.
very interesting. Um, what are your when you go to the second tab for the playoff wildcard matchup details thing, where
Uh,
it shows like
one
the
second.
rankings of each of your major statistics.
Okay, yeah, I got you.
I'm
It's like
curious on where you're at.
okay, here we go. So yeah, so Giants are seventh in points per game on offense, nine in passing yards, 16th in rushing yards, and then defensively we are second in points allowed with 16.8, 10th in point and passing yards per game at 212, and third in rushing yards with 77 per game. So yeah, definitely passing game was really the lead. I mean, I feel like the days of the Scatterboo feeding are over. It is now Jackson Dart's offense and and defense is taking over, having another great year.
Yeah, that's very very fair. And Cardinals offense still chugging, third in points for, third in passing yards, ninth in rushing, 23rd in points allowed, 12th in passing yards allowed, and seventh in rush defense.
So it
Um,
sounds like their defense took a bit of a dip.
a little bit. Their run defense is still really good. Their pass defense is still decent, but obviously losing Ramsey hurts.
Yeah.
But it's mainly the points for we've given up some more points.
Yeah, actually, do we want to take a look? I don't know if we did this last time. We could just take a quick look at all the team
We
stats.
did not, but we can. Um, yeah, so Cardinals with the most offensive yards and total yards. Um, obviously, don't really need to look at the passing and rushing because those are, I mean, Ravens have 1,000 rushing yards. That's leads, but
Yeah, they get who did they get? I thought they got like a running back, the notable running back. I don't know if they drafted one or if they
probably did, I
signed
think. Dolphins, 13.6 points per game is the worst by about 4 points. Bengals with the most, almost 29.5 points per game. Bengals had the worst rushing offense. It seems like they always do because of how much they pass it. Um, I'm also interested with this Bears passing offense. I feel like the Bears and Caleb Williams have really not been able to put up the passing numbers that you'd expect.
Yeah. No,
Very
definitely not.
interesting. Um, Bills only had 6 rushing touchdowns. Dolphins only had 17 passing touchdowns. 23 rushing touchdowns for the Saints. I mean, that's probably why Wilds is doing so well. Still, is that they're balancing out the game for him, which is important, I'd say.
Yeah, no, I mean, yeah, still passing. I mean, it sounds like the passing is the way they're getting up and down the field, and then yeah, running it in the end zone. It's pretty good.
Yeah. And defensively, looks like the Niners defense is really good again. Finally,
Yes, seems like their strong suit.
yeah,
Very, very solid.
back at the top of the league. Giants at fourth there. That's pretty good. Cardinals like at 10. Bengals far and away the worst because they have to just they have the
Hey,
same
that is
the
it's
same
so
thing.
tragic. Burrow should request a trade, man. Like that is terrible.
Well,
I feel like
why?
he would have won a Super Bowl
He's
by
getting
now.
MVPs. He's throwing for
Yeah, I guess,
thousands of
but
yards. He's
yeah.
gonna be known as the best
Did they
quarterback
make the
ever.
playoffs?
I think they did. Yes, they're the 7 seed.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Sneaky, yeah.
Bengals just pass defense can't do anything. The Bucks pass defense is very good.
Eagles
Not
defense dunk. That's probably why
yeah,
they lost.
yeah. Bills let up the most rushing yards. Niners gave up the least. Niners let up the least points. Giants at 2 there. There you go.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, Bengals let up the most points. Shocker. Which is crazy because the Dolphins have the second most, and they were the worst team. It's crazy how the Bengals
Yeah.
offensive power just able to will them into a playoff spot. Um, Raiders with the least amount of sacks. Giants with the most at 61. Still a
Browns
lot,
at 2
actually.
is yeah, no, they hit
Yeah,
the
there you go.
Browns team's rebounding for sure.
Yeah. Zero fumbles forced for three teams: Dolphins, Rams, and Steelers. 18 for the Chiefs. That's a lot by a good margin there over the Saints and then the rest. 5 picks for the Texans and Colts, and then 17 for the Patriots. 9 of those were Gonzalez.
Yeah, that core definitely tracks. I mean,
Yeah.
very interesting. Definitely it feels maybe I don't know. It feels like defense really is starting to reign supreme here in
Yeah,
this franchise.
definitely seeing that turn into the strategy is just getting the trenches built up and just having good defense. Um,
Absolutely.
but I don't know. Do you want to look at any of these other stats or
I think that's good. I think just honestly offensive, defensive. I think all the rest of that where
sure?
it's at. Do we want to look at awards now or do we want to look at it after?
We'll look at them after. I think. Um,
Sure.
I do quickly. I guess want to look at the record book to see where the sacks are.
Oh yeah, I'd like to see if Abdul Carter broke that record. That'd be awesome.
He did. He's at
Oh hell
27
yeah.
in there in
Hell
the
yeah.
record book.
He's the only one to have broken a record, a season record in the franchise. Like
So far,
yeah,
yes, so far that is the case. There you go. So you have the uh, who do you have again? The Falcons, who not
yeah.
too long ago were the best team in the league 2 years ago.
It's not going to be easy to. Yeah, not going to be easy.
And the Packers versus Cardinals. Packers did really turn things for the worse in the back end of the year. So we'll see. Maybe Cardinals can sneak into a divisional round here with Skillen. Maybe. By
Maybe.
technicality speaking, I mean, Cardinals are a much better team almost across the board in terms of their stats. But
Falcons are close, but the Giants are definitely better. And yeah, it's definitely the Giants' game to lose.
yeah. And we do actually have mock draft 3 out. So I guess we can just see quickly where we are at. So right now, Giants and Cardinals back to back. Cardinals at 29 projected to take a D tackle, and guess what? Giants same thing, D tackle at 30.
Young blood. There you go.
Very interesting. I'm curious where that quarterback's supposed to go. There's supposed to be 2 running backs in the top 10. And one of those teams is the Bears, who just drafted Eubanks 2 years ago. He was very
they're
good.
they've taken after.
I
Oh yeah,
guess so.
Daryl Manning, which is going to be, of course, the third Manning, or
Yeah.
I guess the fourth Manning.
Yeah. Who
One of the
knows?
Steelers.
Another running back before the quarterback, Waddle falling. Actually, maybe not falling. He is going up 16 spots from the last mock to the Seahawks right now. Looks like the only. No,
They
there's
were they
another
were
quarterback
projected
too.
to take running back as well, right? Last season.
Um,
Oh wait, oh you quarterback. Sorry,
Quarterbacks,
quarterback.
yes,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, okay.
But 2 quarterbacks right now projected in the top 10. Falcons projected to take one. Finally, maybe moving off of Penix could be a good move. Could see it making sense. But I guess you ready to head to the divisional?
Yeah, let's see how it goes.
Let's see.
Let's
By the
see
way,
how it goes.
Falcons. What's your overall? Because Falcons are at a 93 overall, 95 offense, 91 defense.
That's not on my screen. For me, they're a 91 offense, 87 defense. Oh god.
For
I
you,
didn't. Yeah, on my screen.
oof, that's
So
lower than I
uh,
expect.
yeah,
All right,
Giants are 90 overall, 92 offense, 89 defense.
let's see. Can either of our teams make it another spot closer? The Cardinals win, the
Yeah.
Giants win, and they will not face each other.
Might be bound for another championship showdown. That would
Maybe, but
be
we have to play the 2 toughest teams in the division in the conference.
yeah.
Panthers beat the Saints 31-7. They will take on the Giants, and
Yeah, do
Niners
you want to
obviously
walk
the
through
one
the
seed.
wild card
Sure,
storylines?
sure.
Start with the AFC, and then you can do
Yeah, we'll
NFC.
look at the Ravens Bengals. We've seen this matchup a million times, but Ravens, of
One game. I
course, better
feel like
team.
Baltimore's gotten upsetted like a few times here. As like I think they were the 1 seed last year, right? I
They
think they
were
got upsetted.
they lost to I think the
The
I can't
Dolphins.
remember if it maybe it's the Dolphins, yeah. Um, but I mean not here. Lamar was just the better quarterback today. Oh, they got Jordan James. That's who the Ravens have. They traded for
Yeah.
him.
Yeah, Lamar definitely locked it down, and Joe Burrow, honestly, solid performance, but just, we know the struggle of that Bengals team is
Yes.
not really the offense.
Yeah,
They
it's the
didn't weren't on their
defense.
best game. That also that run game for the Bengals wasn't really existent.
Yeah.
Not at least compared to Jordan James. Yeah, his effort. Also, Corin Mason had a solid game as well.
Yeah. I don't
If he
know
goes to
who
those two,
Power Eccles is, the linebacker for the Bengals, but he had 15 tackles and a half sack. Reed Hastings had two
Poor Eccles,
sacks.
that's a real guy too. Jesus.
Yeah. Uh, like I knew Brandon Eccles was a slot corner, played for the Steelers for a season or two, but never heard of Power Eccles. Um,
Interesting.
but Marion Ballard, wasn't he a first round pick for the Ravens like 3 or 4 years ago? He had the pick on Burrow. I feel like he was.
Word. I don't know.
Also seems like Jair Alexander somehow got 2 fumble recoveries. Um,
Interesting.
Forced one himself. The other one was unknown. But yeah, Ravens just they outplayed the Bengals. Pretty simple. In an interesting upset, the Browns defense absolutely overpowered the Patriots. Held them to 6 points in the first half, and then nothing else in the second. Cole Marshall for the Browns, their quarterback, just really didn't have to do a ton, and Drake May got sacked 9 times through 2 picks. Rough game
A rough one.
for.
No, that Browns team, maybe, I don't know,
They could be
looking a little.
dangerous, kind of like how the Texans were this past year. That pass rush just so dominant that they could be, making some waves here. Um, yeah, I mean that was just an insane performance. Will Campbell gave up 5 sacks. Yeah, that's tough. 4.5 sacks for Josh Sweat. Holy cow. He is insane. I also forgot that Miles Garrett's retired. I forgot
Yeah.
about that. But
Yep.
Josh Sweat has been the budget Miles Garrett for them, and it's been
Yeah.
super effective.
It's definitely a disappointing exit to the season for Drake May and the Patriots. They were
Yeah.
loading up. We mentioned how they looked like they could definitely be a dangerous team in the AFC. They were 7-0, I believe, right at the
Yes, they
midway,
were. And then they fell
and
down
kind
to
of a
11
fall
and
from grace.
6.
Amon Ra had he had a good game. Definitely, just
Yeah.
that O line, I think, just got absolutely belted.
Yeah, and
Um,
Terrence Peake, former first round pick for the Browns, got 2 picks off of Drake May today in that game.
nice.
So, yeah, Browns defense just really just absolutely obliterated the Patriots, and that was the moral of that story. And then Raiders Titans, very close one. Titans,
Yeah, no, this is a team of.
interesting
I mean, this
game.
is two teams that are definitely on the rise,
Yeah,
and definitely sad that they had to play on the wild card. But what a thriller it was!
yeah. Titans came
Tennessee
back.
scored no points. Yeah, they
Yeah,
scored no points at the start of this game, and then they nearly were able to come back and win it. But
just
Las
not
Vegas
quite.
closes it out.
And Jalen Hurts, of course, the starter. I still can't stand that Damar Spellman isn't a starter on a team.
Yeah, it's
That's something. Jalen Hurts, though, I mean, didn't really outplay Cam Ward. I would say Cam Ward was better, but the
yeah.
they just managed to win. I don't know. The Titans had a better run game. It looked like Zach Holiday had a good game. Raiders really didn't have a good run game. Christian Kirk, Spencer Jackson had good games. I really don't know. I guess the
Maybe
defense for the
their defensive
Raiders.
score, maybe. So a bit of a
I don't know. The Raiders defense. Jazz McGee had a sack. Shout out. No interceptions, obviously. No fumbles. So I don't know. But I mean, they just were a bend don't break defense. They did get a safety. That was the big one. Former
oh
Cardinal.
that actually counts. I mean, that's the
Yeah.
2 points that
There you go.
wow.
Former Cardinal
They,
BJ Ojolari
he's
getting a
gonna send them
safety.
to the division.
Yeah.
Take on
So
the
we'll
Ravens.
see Chargers, Browns, Ravens, Raiders. Two interesting matchups for sure.
Could see a Browns Raiders AFC championship.
That
That'd be
would
a fun
be something that I don't think anyone's expected ever in their life.
one.
Um, but I guess NFC will take a look at the Panthers Saints game, and it's a shame for the
It-
Saints, because we're big fans
it's
of the Saints, but it's
yeah, the Saints. We wanted the underdog story, but it's just one of those happy to be there kind of teams. They still a great turnaround.
yeah, absolutely,
I mean, awesome turnaround for the Saints. They're very happy to be in this situation, but ultimately, yeah, this was. I mean, that was that. The Panthers
yeah,
are a better team. They
yeah.
proved it.
or not Mitch Wilds. Bryce Young's finally seemed to like get to that spot where he's like number one overall pick worthy in year 7, I guess now.
6, 7, yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean they're finally turning things around. They
But
ran the
Hubbard had
ball.
a nice
They
performance
ran
as
the ball
well. Yeah.
31
Oh, and Trevor
times.
Etienne. Wow, they had a very
More than
strong
that,
run game.
even that. Saints really couldn't run the football. Yeah. I mean, it just seemed like the Panthers just took that early lead and kind of just ran the clock away. Their
Yeah.
defense got involved pretty early. 2 sacks from the strong safety Chamari Connor. Um, yeah, I mean, Panthers are going to be an interesting team to see. I don't know. Your Giants might be in an interesting spot,
No,
uh,
the Panthers are going to be a tough one for sure.
but we take a look at your Giants taking the win over the Falcons.
See this, yeah, 400 yards for the Giants. Definitely, I'm honestly pretty close, but that run game, I see the rushing yards were high, but we'll go position by position here.
Whoa. Wow. Okay, that's interesting.
Okay, well, I'm starting here with the quarterback, obviously. Jackson Dart,
Yeah,
3 touchdowns, 300 yards, very clean, 131 rating. Kyler, what?
yeah, that's what I was saying. Whoa.
So Kyler Murray, he's like, I'm gonna, he's on the Falcons. Did he start all season? You need to go check that.
Yeah,
What?
let me look. Yeah, that's a crazy one. I mean, we were talking about we were talking about Michael Penix the whole time, but oh, he's hurt. Michael Penix is hurt.
When did Kyler Murray get signed?
Um, I don't know, but it looks like Penix missed about 7 weeks early in the season, and then he got hurt again in week 17, missed week 18, and Kyler.
You think maybe they were like, you know what? You've beaten this Giants team multiple times.
Yeah,
You can come out here and get us a win in the wild card. He played
yeah,
well. This was definitely not
yeah.
his fault. I think they lost this game.
No, it
Hart slightly outplayed him, but I mean, no, this is pretty
yeah.
close.
It
One extra touchdown, of course.
looks like Kyler did sign with the Saints before the season started, and did come in and play for the Falcons week. Whenever Penix went down for the rest of week 2, and then week 3 through 8, and then was the backup while Penix came back, and then Kyler came in week 17 when
Yeah,
he got
Falcons have
hurt.
had some unfortunate quarterback injury issues, honestly,
Yeah,
because they had the last season we played, wasn't it Malik Willis stepping in for
yes,
Penix?
Penix has been hurt quite a bit, and that's why I think there's a concern with him. For
I could
future.
definitely see them taking a quarterback, but no, I that's a fun one. That's fun to see Kyler Murray. I mean, I
Yeah,
think for Dart, that's huge. Facing Kyler Murray and kind of, of
absolutely.
course, it's not the Cardinals, but
Yeah, Giants
Kyler
run
Murray
defense. Whoa, very good.
was leading that. Yeah, the run, dude, they could
Nope.
not run the ball. Yeah,
Where
Ari
is
and Brown,
Bijan Robinson? He's hurt again, and that's another one.
that's rough.
Bijan was hurt last year, and that's why they lost round 1 possibly. It's very interesting how they just have really bad injury issues when it gets to playoff time, and I think that's just maybe poor management of like and poor trainer staff, honestly.
Yeah, no, I agree. Marshall Malone came in 6.2 a carry on
Pretty
5
good.
carries. He had a very solid game. Efficient clip there. John Coyle, oh my goodness, and Malik Neighbors. We were just slinging it, honestly.
Drake London
All
was
over
carrying Kyler in this one.
Yeah, no, and yeah, 2 touchdowns for Pitts. No, this was a very fun game, it seems like, but ultimately, Giants are just a better team, and Dart played, lights out football. Yeah, defensively, Abdul Carter had a sack. Atlanta came in with a couple themselves, but ultimately, yeah, no, just took over. No picks. I don't believe there. Let me see. Is there any fumbles? No fumble. No, one fumble. Damone Kinley forced a fumble. I don't. Did they recover any? No, they didn't. But punched one out. And yeah, so fun little Dart Kyler Murray face off there, and
Possibly for the last time.
Possibly the
I don't
last
know.
time, because yeah, no, it's a fun one though.
But yeah, I mean, it definitely, like you said with it's obviously not the Cardinals, but Kyler's been a part of the games against the Giants where the Cardinals just
and honestly a big part of why they we think yeah, a lot of those games really were Kyler taking over.
Yeah.
But we'll see. Cardinals also moving on. Yes. Speaking of
27-13 win. Put up 27 3/4, and it was just too much for the Packers to try to come back from. Skillen had a really good game. 2 touchdowns, 201 yards, only 2 incompletions. Was sacked 7 times, though, so that's a little
Hey,
concerning. And
yeah.
Jordan Love was hurt. So guess who was starting? Sam Reeves,
Sam.
former quarterback projected to be going to the
I
Cardinals in the first
remember this.
draft.
Remember how mad you were because you kept me as like a
Yeah.
round 3 to 4
Yes.
projection.
Yeah. But yeah, he was the starter, 273 yards, 2 picks. Not a good game
Yeah, no,
from
he played
Sam.
stinky.
But even though Skillen was sacked 7 times, he was still very sharp, very 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 cool headed. You know,
Definitely.
it's like to have 90 completion percentage is very impressive. Looks like we actually had an injury for Benson because Robinson finally getting some starting time, had a decent game, did fumble. Keaton Mitchell had a good game. Clayton Bingham hasn't really been good since that Super Bowl that they had, I believe. Their run game just really non-existent because the once again Cardinals' run defense is really good. Matthew Golden had a good
Yeah.
game. Harrison got involved. Ramos got involved. 2 touchdowns to McBride made up for the no touchdowns in the regular season. Um, but yeah, I mean that's a lot of sacks. I'm a little concerned. They'd signed Vita Vea, who had 2.5. Um, Jermaine Johnson had a sack. But yeah, I'm a little concerned that the O-line gave up 7 sacks, so that could be something to look out for, especially with the Niners defense being as good as they are this year.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, that line might be a liability.
yeah, the Reed and Teague both got picks. Cody Simon forced a fumble, got 2 recoveries. I don't know where the other recovery, the other fumble was, but it's somewhere. But a good Cardinals win there, and they'll take on their division rival. And out of curiosity, I'm actually interested if they beat the Niners at all this year. They beat them week 6 and lost them in week 14. So this is a tiebreaker game between these two.
Yeah, how do you feel about it? You think you want to? How do you like your chances?
I'm worried. They're a very good team, 91 overall defense. Their offense is an 85, but I mean the Niners have been a really good team this year, obviously. Yeah, they're a good team. They're first in points against, fifth in rushing yards, seventh in passing yards against, first in rush yards against. So they're a very good team. Um, it will be very interesting. It's going to be a very interesting matchup here. Um, I don't know. I'm a little worried. No Mike Wilson or Mac Wilson. No Trey Benson. Could
Oh yeah, I gotta check my injuries here.
could
Oof.
be could be could be interesting, but
Yeah, no, we're missing our center here. Frohold's out. Drew Phillips, our best
okay.
corner's out.
Oof.
They're missing Leggett and McLeod, an edge rusher. I'm not sure how
Yeah.
big he's gonna be, but
And yeah, Niners are only missing Andrew Voorhees left guard. I don't even know if he's starting, but yeah, this is gonna be a tough one. I mean, divisional game is always a tough one to see, but um
might see. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe either a championship rematch. Could also be a Cardinals, Panthers, Niners, Giants. There's a lot of ways this could go down.
yeah. Are you
AFC is
ready
going to be
to
interesting as well. I'm
ready?
ready
All
now or
right.
never. We'll see.
All right. Let's see.
We'll see how it goes.
NFC Championship game.
Oh,
Cardinals win by a
I'm,
point, 14 to
I'm out.
13. And
Yep.
Panthers on such a tear, and we do see Raiders, Browns.
Raiders, Brown. That's a fun one.
Raiders destroy the Ravens 28-7.
You want to walk through these divisional games here?
Sure.
Starting with Chargers, Browns.
Hurts had a really good game. I'm starting with them actually because that's the one I clicked on. But
Cool.
yeah, 2 incompletions for Hurts, 2 touchdowns. Lamar, just not great. Threw a pick, didn't really do much. Outside of that, really, neither offense could run the football. Um, yeah, I
Raiders
mean,
definitely did a little bit better. I mean, Jordan James,
yes, they did.
1.8 per carry. It's
Yeah,
not great.
it was really more the pass game and the defense for the Raiders were key here with more, the pass rush, the Cooper DeJean interception. I kind of forgot that DeJean was there. 2 Eagles coming to the Raiders, and just a better game for the Raiders, and they come away with the upset, and the Ravens just continue to not be able to get to the next level here, and
Yeah, They've been lurking in that. I feel like many years been
Yeah.
divisional and championships, but just never winning, never
Yeah.
ever winning it.
And
Rough.
this Browns Chargers one's very fun actually. Same offensive
Going.
yards gained, but a Cleveland comeback to win the game.
Ooh, yeah. How do you break it down for us?
So Herbert and Cole Marshall both pretty similar games, honestly. Not crazy on either end. Both run games pretty efficient. Kind of even. I mean, it was a 1 point game, right? So,
Mhm.
very even offensively. Um, Defensively, sees, a handful of sacks for each team. Again, a pick for each. Really just very balanced game. It just so happened that the Browns got the momentum in the end and were
They
able to
came
finish
back.
off.
They were down 10. Or no,
Yeah,
sorry, down. No, down 11.
yeah, yeah. They were. Yeah, they just had the momentum when they needed it most, and Chargers weren't able to stop the momentum, and the Browns heading to the AFC Championship against the Raiders.
It's words that'll probably never be heard again.
Yeah. I guess we'll look at Cardinals, Niners.
Yep.
This is a defensive battle. Niners scored the only points in the first half, 7 points. Niners held the Cardinals from scoring until the fourth quarter. But Cardinals got 2 touchdowns. Niners only put up 6 points in the fourth quarter, and Cardinals come away with the win. Purdy, not a amazing game. Only threw it 17 times, got sacked 5 times, 2 touchdowns, had a 91-yard pass in there. Skillen honestly had a really good game. 260, 2 touchdowns. Was sacked 4 times, but 74 completion percentage. He's been very accurate and very safe with the football. Marcus Robinson had a good game. The run defense for the Cardinals, again, stopping the Niners here. Keaton Mitchell didn't do well, though. Brandon Ayuk had a crazy game. Randy Moss stat line 3 for
Oh,
129, two
yeah.
touchdowns. McBride being the playoff savior that he is. Ramos had a good game. Harrison got involved. Um, Defensively, obviously, this is where the really big dogs came to play with 2.5 sacks for Dylan Easley. Nick Bosa, 1.5. Bryce Malone, former first round pick, 1.5. Second year linebacker ZT got a sack. Kyle Hamilton, Chanel, Bernardo Green, Trevin Wallace, and Walter Nolan all got half sacks. A lot of pressure today. Um,
Mhm.
Yet both defenses came to play, but um, just an extra point was all. Let's see, was it a field goal? They kicked 2 field goals, I believe. No, actually, no. They went. They must have went for 2. Hold on, let's look at the box score because yeah, they didn't take. It was all touchdowns. There was no field goals taken in this game.
So maybe Arizona when they scored that second touchdown
Mm,
down 7, Niners scored and then went for 2 to try to win it.
they
They
did
didn't get it. And
not
then
go for 2 either. So maybe was it a block then? I didn't check that. No, I don't know what happened actually at all. Well, no, it would have shut up for the kick. I have no idea what happened. I'm very confused.
yeah, no, we have to figure this out. Is there like
Purdy threw 2 touchdowns, both to Ayuk.
yeah.
It would show up with the conversion.
Yeah, it would show the extra it shows the extra point stuff, right?
Yeah, and it only showed 1 extra point for the Niners kicker.
Yeah, 1 extra point attempted, 1
That's it.
extra point made. So they had where's is there going for 2 stats? Is there like a
There's in the box score it's 2 point conversions, and I mean I guess it doesn't say attempted. It just says in general. So maybe they did go for 2, um, and they
have
just
to
didn't
assume.
convert. That's the only
Yeah.
thing that makes sense. But um, yeah, close game. Shador Sanders is on the Niners. Interesting. But
Fall from
obviously
grace.
very close game, and I think Nick Skillen just he was cool in the pocket under pressure and played pretty
Yeah.
well. And
I mean, coming back, yeah, no, definitely you gotta respect it. That's resilience right there.
yeah,
That's Cardinals quarterback play, I feel like in a nutshell.
yeah, and we'll see. I
He
think the Cardinals and Panthers played in the playoffs a couple times in that Cam Newton uh, and Carson Palmer days, like 2014, 2015, maybe. Very interesting group of teams here. Four teams that have notoriously in their history been mostly bad. I mean, the Raiders obviously very good in a handful of decades, but
Yeah, this is definitely one
Cardinals
of the
more
more interesting
recent.
championships. Cardinals looking to four-peat. I do
That'd
want
be
to go over
crazy.
our Giants end here, the end of the
Yes,
New
yes,
York
yes.
Giants. Jackson Dart sacked 6 times. That's probably the killer right there. Honestly, played a good game aside from that. Just
Yeah,
yeah, sacked 6 times. Brutal. Bryce Young
he
played
was
lights out. The
very yeah.
run game was killer. Chuba Hubbard played very well. Giants run game just didn't really get it going. Receiving wise, Malik Neighbors gave it his best. Coyle had a good performance, but ultimately, yeah, no, just weren't able to do enough.
Ooh, Andrew
Defense,
Thomas, 4 sacks given up.
ugh,
That's
not
ugly
good,
for franchise left tackle.
not good at all. No,
Three
Abdul
and a
Carter
half
with
for Yaya Diaby. Yeesh.
yeah, that's rough. Yeah,
Yeah,
Diaby bagged us. Dante Frost got in for a sack as well. Just kind of split a few more here with the half sacks, but yeah, Abdul Carter was the only one with a sack and
yeah,
no picks. Clean game, I think. Aside from that,
yeah,
brutal,
yeah.
brutal way to
It's
lose.
O line and run game seeming to be kind of
The
the reason this
Giants
time.
down.
I mean, Dart obviously, like you said, played decent. Wasn't horrible. He wasn't the reason they lost. So
No,
obviously, I think he's done better this time around. It's just unfortunately the run game losing Scadaboo, I think, has been a killer part of
yeah,
this for this playoff specifically because the Giants were still good enough to get to the playoffs and make it uh into the divisional, but I think Scadaboo was really missing here for
I
this
agree.
game.
I agree.
So that's brutal. That comes to the end there. We were so close to having a back to back rematch.
But the Panthers are going to try to stop a Cardinals four-peat, which
Yeah.
would just only continue a record. Obviously, no, and a
Yes.
first start, your starting quarterback making a
Yeah.
Super Bowl as well. It's like,
Right. Also, another thing to
well,
note: Panthers are the only team that are division winners still left here. All the other teams are wild card teams.
yeah, good
So
call there.
very
Yeah, both
interesting,
one
very
seeds
weird.
upsetted.
Yeah, very weird rounds of playoffs matchups this year. A lot of upsets, a lot of teams, finding their way through, continuing to push. But this is gonna be an interesting matchup here. I don't know. What do
Do
you
you plan
think?
on you want to sim it like not like super slow sim, but you want to like go
Let's
through it
hop in.
that way?
Maybe go through just like see the um maybe sim quarter 1, 2, and
Yeah,
3. See where we're at. And
let's do it.
if it's interesting, maybe watch the fourth quarter. We're
Let's do it.
here in Charlotte, North Carolina. Big game.
Cardinals were warriors last year as well on their Super
Sure.
Bowl run.
Here's Greg Olson, I believe. Yes, Greg Olson pounding the drum. Keep pounding. Um.
Keep pounding.
Oh wow, it reverberates a lot. And here comes the home team. The Panthers have been on a hot streak though. They've been a really hot team this year. So gonna be interesting to see if they can take down the Cardinals, who have just been consistently great playoff, a great playoff team for the past handful of years. Um, I guess yeah, we'll sim quarter one here. Panthers start putting up 3. Cardinals nearing
Driving.
points here. They put up 3 as well. Panthers can't get it done. Cardinals can't get it done. Panthers can't get it done. Cardinals can't get it done. And it's 3-3
Wow.
going in the half.
3-3. Riveting ball game.
Defense once again stepping up today. Cardinals get the ball, put another 3 up. Panthers put up 10
Ooh, they score. This is
total.
close. Let's watch it. Let's step
Yeah.
in.
So Cardinals get the ball here and down 4. Oops, not what I wanted to do. There we go. So here comes Skillen on 2nd and 2 from the 38. Benson is back in the backfield here. It's going to be a pass. Skillen, 5-man rush, finds McBride for a first down. That's big. Keeps the drive moving.
Good one.
Skillen,
Only 53
yeah.
yards. Wow.
Yeah, defense has just been on top of it today for both teams. It looks like plenty of time left here in this one. Obviously, running out 2 tight ends. It's going to be a play action. A really good call there. out to
Oof.
Morris, but that was just really well defended from Yaya Diaby. Only a yard. Yeah, the Panthers signed a lot of actually veteran presence defenders here. Yaya Diaby, Jabril Peppers. Here's Robinson on the carry for maybe a yard.
Yeah, they were among the
And
teams that I remember they made quite a few moves in free agency.
yeah,
Um, they were signing some guys. I think they're definitely in a good position here. Coming up on 3rd and 8.
here comes Skillen looking for a pass. Someone trying to get open. He just has to chuck it and incomplete. That was a good throw,
Almost
just
finds
well
Ramos
defended.
there. Yeah.
Yeah, and 4th and 8, you got to punt it here with the time you have, and just got to get your defense to make a play.
Yeah.
Stonehouse,
Still plenty of time.
yeah, Stonehouse with the punt and fair catch, and that's going to almost be a perfect punt, but just a little bit too much of a roll.
So let's see Bryce Young come on out. He's had a very, I mean, we talked about how his season, this is definitely his best season so far, and he's propelled his team to the championship. I think obviously that defense has done a lot of work, but Chuba Hubbard and Bryce Young, I feel like, made a pretty good duo. Play action. He's looking for a man.
Oh,
Gets sacked. Bagged. That's Jordan Birch
the
getting
sack
in on
leader,
the backfield.
the Cardinals.
Yeah. And he's showing up
That was
today.
a 3-man rush too, by the way. That's embarrassing for the right tackle. Whoever the right tackle is.
Yeah, that was, he just completely overlooked that. And
Yeah.
Cardinals come out here with this kind of 2 linebackers down, but they come out in a mugging look, and Panthers are going to dump it off to their man underneath and get up to a 3rd and 8. Bryce Young checking it down. Cardinals sacking the quarterback twice today. 4th ranked in the league at sacking the quarterback. This is a team that gets after the quarterback, no matter really what the talent is. I feel like just scheme wise, of course they have talent on that D line, but scheme wise, they do a very good job of getting guys behind the offensive line and getting into the backfield. Here is a motion 3rd and 8. Bryce Young looking for a man, getting
There's
almost
no
sacked as he
way.
finds it. He finds it.
Wow.
There's an injury timeout.
I think that's Trevin Wallace, I want to say. Maybe. That's an insane play.
Wow.
Yeah, that was Trevin Wallace.
Yeah, that was, pocket was collapsing. The ball was wonky as he released it, but he delivered. And Bryce Young with a huge conversion here in the championship. 1st and 10, he motioned a tight end over east to west side of the line. Going to hand it off to Chuba Hubbard. Gets up for a gain of 2. Not too bad. I definitely want to get the run game going for, clockwise, and also just getting your offense ahead of the chains. There is 2nd and 8. Bryce Young is going to fake a handoff, hit a little play action, Cardinals special, giving it to his man. I believe that's a tight end, 87.
That was Dalvin Simmons, the receiver.
Oh, that is Dalvin Simmons. You're right. Bringing the 80 numbers back into style.
As they should be.
1st and
Come
10.
on. That's a receiver number.
Hands it off to Hubbard.
Oh, yeah. Look at that run defense.
Swallowed up. No,
White
this
boy
Cardinals,
voice.
White boy voice is a favorite of the Cardinals, I think. Fan favorite.
Cody Simon was in there, too.
Yeah, no, this Cardinals defensive line has been very good today, I think. Here is a step back and a pass for, I believe that's also Simmons again.
Yes.
It's up to 3rd and 2.
They have an X Factor tight end.
Quick conversion here. This is a 3 bunch
screen.
wide pressure coming, but a screen, and there is plenty of space for Hubbard as he
Brutal.
makes a juke and gets up to the 12. Yeah, this is, Cardinals need to stop here and now if they want to keep staying in this game. Otherwise, I think Bryce Young is going to end the 3 streak, but they have 12 more yards to go to do that. Here's Bryce Young in the pocket looking to throw. Almost, that was a little spicy there, but
not Cole Bishop.
boys,
White boy boys. Let's go. Man, favorite player I never got to coach.
2nd and 10 here. Bryce Young takes the snap and shotgun. Pressure coming on the blitz, wide open.
That's horrible coverage from Justin Reed.
I believe that's the rookie tight end, right?
I think from last year, maybe.
Well, last year, maybe you might be right. Valdez. Yeah. Well, incredible play there. And yeah, that is definitely going to hurt the Cardinals' chances. They have a chance still. They, of course, can hurry up on their drive and try to score and get the ball back. But,
that's
right now it's looking like Carolina might be heading to the Super Bowl to take on the Raiders or the Browns.
Yeah, that's a tough sight to see. Usually Cardinals not used to being behind by 2 scores. Robinson on the return. I thought we were out of doing that. I thought we stopped that. We figured out that wasn't working, and we stopped it, and now we brought it back apparently. But this is where Skillen can really prove himself here. If he can make something happen here and come back and win this game, he could be the next big thing here. Here's Trey McBride with a quick 7-yarder. Ideally, you want to score. Doesn't necessarily have to be before 2-minute warning, but you want to get. You don't want to have to use timeouts yet.
Right.
Ramos with a quick one. You want to get as many plays as you can before the 2-minute warning to get yourself in good position. And, a field goal is not out of play here. A field goal makes this an 8-point game. Read option. Skillen, 73 speed, gets 4 yards. Maybe one play before the 2-minute warning.
Might have 2 if he hits out of bounds here.
Perhaps for an incompletion, but it's going to be a QB blast spinning off a defender, gain of 3, and that's the joy of having a playbook. That's
interesting call. What do you think about that? The quarterback runs here with Skillen.
It's odd because Skillen not known to be a super mobile quarterback, but he's not doing terrible for given what they're doing here. But 3rd and 3, huge play here. Open, no, incomplete.
Ooh,
Ramos drops. He had McBride, I feel like, but again, it's tough to tell that quickly. Maybe he wasn't as open as we thought, but they have to go for it here on 4th and 3 for the season, for the Cardinals season. Handoff, and that's just a terrible call, I'd say. Trey Benson gets 2 yards, and I mean, probably over, but it's still technically time for the Cardinals to use all their timeouts. It's just going to be very difficult. Why is Walter Nolan rushing from the edge spot and Jordan Birch is on the interior? I have no idea what interesting tactics they're decided to do here. Broken tackle, Hubbard.
A forced fumble would be huge. Maybe a little,
absolutely. But Will Johnson with the tackle, but. Yeah, it's ugly at this point spot here for the defense. So even if they get a 3 and out and get the ball back, it's going to be tough.
Absolutely.
Motioning Chuba Hubbard going empty, which is an interesting choice. Could give an extra time a little bit, but there's going to be a quick one to Perez. Breaks a tackle. Another timeout. Stayed in bounds. Very smart decision there. But I mean, regardless of the outcome of this game, still an incredible season from Skillen and the rest of the team. Obviously,
I think you got your guard.
Guard. Yeah, very possibly. Pressure coming in, sack from Turner.
Hey.
And
I mean, going to get the ball back.
Still time. It's just not going to be easy for the rookie.
Definitely not. And then even if you score, you're going to need to have enough time to try to onside, recover, and score again. So yeah, no, not the best position to be in.
Oh, I thought I was going to get blocked for a second. I was like, that would have been crazy. And Marcus Robinson gonna fair catch at the 15. They got to go 85 yards for a touchdown.
This is where you want Ramos, huh? You want a Ramos deep bomb here, really.
Either that or if you can get Marvin Harrison one-on-one on the outside.
True.
I just don't know how likely they will play without 2 high safeties here. But here's Skillen trying to get away, and there's just nothing. And that's where the mobility of Kyler is missed. Yeah, Dante Frost with a great play, wearing, of course, 6'7", because he's a memer. Big memer. Here's pressure coming in. Skillen launching it down the field. What a crazy catch from Mike Wilson. Wow.
Yeah.
To the 45. That's a huge strike down the field. Not the guy that we thought about making a play, but he makes a play.
Yeah, no, sometimes it's the guy you least expect to make a play.
Yeah, just over a minute to go. They snap it. Skillen stepping up, finding a man open. It's going to be Mike Wilson again, and not out of bounds.
That's not out of no.
He got tackled moving out of bounds, so technically not. Hurrying up, Skillen trying to get a play called here, spiking it. 48 seconds left, so you really want to score here before 30 seconds to give yourself time. Or maybe you take a field goal, but here's a screen. Benson.
Gotta get out of bounds.
And Benson does get out of bounds. 3rd and 10.
There's nothing to it. Single back.
I do think a field goal is in play here, absolutely, to at least give him a chance. Skillen with a ton of time. Got to find somebody. No one's getting open.
Is doing so much work.
Skillen running it. And they're going to have to come up and they got to go hurry up into a field goal or go for it, they're gonna go for it.
They have to go.
You
Oh
gotta do
man.
like a quick out route here, or something. Just something quick, short, play action, taking their time. Skillen has time. He's gonna just throw a jump ball
Oh.
and open incomplete.
Oh. Oh,
That's gonna be it. The end of the streak of 3 straight.
Yep.
And Panthers
Brutal.
hold on. Great defensive performance, holding the Cardinals to 6
That
points.
that Panthers, this might be one of the greatest defensive run in the playoffs. Didn't they? In their first game, I think they held their opponents to like 3 points, right?
They
Saints
held
to
up
3.
Saints to 7,
I was
Giants to
say
10,
7.
and then
Yep.
Cardinals to 6. So 6,
Wow.
7, 10. So
Let's
yeah,
see.
Panthers defense with all their low key signings, with all the vets, and obviously just the pieces they've added through the draft and over time have really helped them, and they take down the Cardinals, who obviously change of the guard at the quarterback position kind of affects their success a little bit, but still very good, successful year for the Cardinals. Obviously, it would have been crazy to see them go to the Super Bowl one more time in a row, but nonetheless, a good season just comes to an end. Bryce Young, incredible game. Skillen really wasn't anything special by any means.
Yeah. A little too conservative.
Yeah, Benson was really solid. Run
Yeah.
defense was great against Hubbard. But yeah, it's just the passing offense for the Panthers was good enough, and their defense was great. Frost and Peppers, Sermons, Yaya Diaby got in there. Nolan and Birch got some sacks as well, but in the grand scheme of things, yeah, it was a great defensive performance from the Panthers, and they will go on to take on, as we said, the Browns or Raiders. If you had to predict, who do you think they will be taking on in the Super Bowl?
I think they'll be taking on the Las Vegas Raiders and Jalen Hurts. I would prefer the Browns, honestly, especially for what the Raiders did to their man. But I'd love to
Sure.
prefer to see the Browns. But I think it will be the Raiders.
That is true. While we're here, I actually kind of wanted to see what changes were made here. We see the Colts clean house. Dave Canales gone. Cowboys finally cleaning house with Brian Schottenheimer and company. Marlon Burgess, after that Super Bowl appearance with Shane Steichen and company, gone after having a horrible season. Lions finally done with Dan Campbell and company, and D'Amico Ryan's experiment's over. Even though they had a decent season turning things around, just not good enough for their what the Roonies wanted. So
Yeah.
yeah, you're predicting the Browns. I would say
No, I'd predict the
or
Raiders to win. I
yeah,
want the Browns to make it, honestly.
yes.
I think Jalen Hurts and the Raiders.
It's tough
Yeah.
though, because we could see the really great defense of the Browns maybe show up. It could be a really good defensive battle in the Super Bowl,
The
but
Raiders defense also, I mean,
it's pretty good.
stuff the Ravens. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's gonna be interesting.
I do think Raiders have the better team overall, so we'll see.
Mhm.
The Super Bowl matchup is going to be Browns win by
Browns
3,
by 3. That's fun.
and I mean, got to take a look at that.
Browns Panthers Super Bowl.
I mean, Jalen Hurts was the better quarterback for sure, but it looks like I don't know. The Browns had a better run game, but you know, it's not by like a ton.
Just you Atwell the goat of
Yeah,
the Browns.
Josh Sweat. At least one Cardinal will represent in the Super Bowl this year.
Josh Atwell, I mean, probably the only player to wins 4 Super Bowls in a row. At least make 4
Yeah.
Super Bowls in a row.
Yeah.
Actually, well, that would be true.
There's
Not the only player to make 4 Super Bowls in a row.
There's a lot of Patriots possibly that could be there. Chiefs maybe. No, I don't know. But anyways,
well, in a row, it has to be Sweat, right? Well,
I know
still,
LeGarrette Blount had a stretch.
Maybe. Then the Bills definitely have made 4 Super Bowls in a row with players.
Yes,
so.
that is true.
Yeah.
They just never won one. Unfortunately.
Yep. No, thanks for telling me. I really didn't know that.
Hey, you weren't even alive for that, so it's not like you care as much as the other people do.
From,
I guess so.
Generationally.
The Pro Bowl roster You
Darts,
got
there
your
you go.
guy Dart skilling it too. He's at 86 overall. I'll very much so take that. Scattaboo on the Rams. Tough to see for your Giants faithful. Um, you
Yeah.
get Malik Neighbors, Torrey Horton not on the Giants, a Ram as well in there.
Hmm. Yep.
Um, Mike
That moves back
Weiner.
to Pro Bowl. Yep.
How did he make it over Trey McBride? I feel like Trey McBride had a better season, but no touch.
Touchdowns, I
Yeah,
guess.
that's the touchdowns.
Yep.
Yeah, Paris Johnson makes it. Devin Myers 22 sacks. Apparently, it doesn't matter. Um, no
Yep.
Andrew Thomas. Is Russell? No,
I
Russell's
don't
not your
know.
guard.
Nope.
Let's see. Yeah,
Bobby
Bobby
Wilkins.
Wilkins. There you go. Abdul
Mhm.
Carter. Um, anyone else?
Alone might be my defensive tackle.
No,
Let me
that's
double
the
check that.
Niners. That's the
Oh
Niners D
no, that
tackle.
is. You're right. You're right.
Um, yeah, not as many of our
Aaron
guys
Charles.
here.
There we
Um,
go. Wilkins.
Javon Holland.
Yep.
The
That was the one.
Raiders. No, that's the Eagles safety. Never mind. Eagles safety. The rookie
That's the.
makes
Is
it.
that the rookie that they
That's the
got?
Eagles
Wait.
one, not the Raiders
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, not a lot for either of our teams here this year. Just a handful. Um,
Mhm.
but not bad. Not bad for either teams this year. Still great seasons. Just both teams falling short of what they wanted. Um, you'd
Yeah.
have to assume that the Giants are very frustrated though that they once again could not make it further.
Yeah. No, card. I mean, yeah, no. It is really brutal.
Because
Brutal.
I honestly do think that if this was the year that if they made it to the championship game against the Cardinals, they could have won that one. Um,
Yep. But
just
ultimately,
yeah,
Panthers were an insane team. They had a great
yeah.
turnaround.
And we take a look at the NFL awards. Obviously, Joe Burrow MVP. We expected that with his crazy season. Dart at 4. There you go. Dante Jeffries up there. I like to see that. Cole
Yeah.
Marshall shouldn't be up there. He had a horrible season. Not horrible, but he didn't have a great season. Hello?
Yeah.
Oh,
No.
you're
No.
there.
No.
Okay. I just
Yeah,
saw a message pop up. I don't know. It's weird. Skilling at 10 is very shocking. Um, but nice to see.
yeah, Skeleton. Hey, oh yeah, he's definitely getting a nod.
Yeah.
I think the Cardinals have their guy for sure.
I think so too. Mark Anderson at the Panthers makes sense,
That
obviously.
that makes sense. Peak at
Peak
two.
too, sure. Tommy Salami at 7, gotta throw him in there. Some interesting names there. I guess we'll just breeze through the AFC real quick. Yeah, Chase, Christopher Cooper, that D tackle. No, Tim McCoy at 3. These three had a really good year.
Yeah.
Sweat did too. Um, John Gafford for the Ravens, Booth for the Chiefs, Burrow best QB, Hall best running back, Chase best receiver, Vera Tucker best lineman, Cooper best D lineman. Jets finally looking like they're a good team. Greenlaw best linebacker, Gonzalez best DB, Will Lutz best kicker. How about the NFC? There you go.
Let's take a look. Oh yeah, Malik Neighbors. Love to see him up there. Jackson Dart at 6. Respect that. Yeah. Darnell Mooney at 2, of course.
Ramos in the top 10 at 8.
Yeah, Scott. Oh, nice. Scottaboo at 3.
There
The
you go.
Fletcher, that rookie for
Yeah.
the Eagles at
Yeah.
10.
And you also get the back-to-back defensive player of the year. Obviously, makes sense.
Yeah.
Uh,
No, this very disappointing season with how we had some elite guys on this team, man. It
yeah,
sucks.
yeah. Definitely brutal. Offensive rookie of the year went to Max McMillan. No one for either of our teams. Defensive rookie of the year, Blake Byron. Sounds like a fake name. Cowboys. Any of our guys does not look like it. Best QB was Jackson Darts. There you go.
Wow. And didn't he win it last year?
He did. I think so. Yeah. Skilling at 4 is very nice to see. Best running back Scattaboo's not surprising. No Cardinals. Najee Gross at 9. Interesting.
There's a nod there. Yeah, wait, not only over Benson and Marcus Robinson's kind of crazy.
Well, Marcus Robinson wasn't that as good as Najee was, but
Ooh,
Benson, I
but
don't know. Malik Neighbors best receiver, not shocking. Torrey Horton held back by the Giants, apparently.
Yep.
Ramos at 5. I love seeing that. Um, O line goes to Wallace, the Bucks lineman, I guess. Jenkins at 4. You got Morales at 5. Harrell
Yeah.
at 7, and SC line obviously Carter
Yep.
and Nolan at 10. I'm shocked there's no Dylan Easley with the 13 and that. Or no, he had 6. Never mind, that wrong guy. But no, no Jordan Birch is interesting. He had 13 and a half sacks. I feel like he would have been here. Best
Yeah, it was
linebacker.
pretty loaded defensive
Yeah,
line stats this year.
it's true. Blake Byron. This is a really good linebacker rookie here for the
Blake Byron.
Cowboys. Ben Coker, the GOAT. Cam Bolden at 6 for you, the Giants.
There you
Cody
go.
Simon at 10. SDB, Mike Sanistill for the
That's their
Panthers.
skill part. Okay.
Um,
Yep.
and Darren Boyce, White Boy Boyce,
Boy,
6.
boys. The white boys might be the
I like him,
new
man.
fan.
It's crazy because he's not a starter. He's a backup. He is a depth piece.
Just finds a way.
He
Just finds
does.
a way.
He gets involved. And then best kicker goes to Andres Borregales. Joshua Carty is there, and then Cam Little's your kicker. Yeah, I mean Giants a ton of talent, obviously, but just not quite able to put it together for a Super Bowl. Now, what do you want to do with this Super Bowl?
Ooh. Well, what do you think? Is
Whoa,
you want
Skillen has X Factor.
sick?
Wow. By the way, Marvin Harrison down the star. And then defensively, I was just looking here. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, Boyce must have went up to star, I'm assuming. Yeah, he did. It's crazy that he gets so involved. I love it though. I love it. Maybe he's the
I love
slot
it.
corner.
Yeah, JD Rose is superstar, still just not getting not starting yet, but I think maybe soon he could take over.
Definitely
Crothers is
could.
still superstar and still in DB4. See, I have to look at the contracts. Is Jackson Dart going to resign? There's a chance he might not. There's a chance. I don't know what the cap's going to look
Could
like, but
Corey Sutphin be the guy? Or
Corey
Dudley Kinney?
Sutton, Illinois State GOAT. Can he step in and play? I don't. I
I
hope
don't
not.
know.
But
Probably not, but
maybe
we'll
Kyler
see.
Murray will come in and play for the fucking
It's
Giants. I don't know.
possible. That would be fun. That'd be a fun. Maybe you can't beat him. If you can't beat him, sign him.
There you go. Yeah,
Um,
no, interesting.
yeah. I mean, I'm down. I know you're more time constrained. I'm down for
Oh, we
whatever.
should have time. We should have
All right.
time if you want to come in and watch this game. I think I
Sure.
would
Sure.
take too long.
Um, yeah. Let me. Oh. Hold on. We gotta do it the annoying way, unfortunately, though. So we stop streaming. They should add a thing where you can what's it called? You can watch the Super Bowls if no one's playing in it,
Yeah,
regardless. That would be
yeah.
nice.
I should just let you spectate, or even just have multiple characters like you can do in offline. But
Yeah, that too. Because yeah, now I have to go out in the.
yep.
So let me do that real quick. Get my other account situated here. Blaze Bowl, come on down. And
What you could do is I could kick. If I kick you from the league, it shouldn't make your coach retire because I don't want you to have to retire your thing.
um
Want to do it that way? And
for
I
the
think I can remove you from the league. Yeah, I removed Blaze Bowl from the league, so you
okay.
should. be able to-
Can you
I'll reinvite you as well.
reinvite? Yeah.
Nope, I backed out for some reason. I have to go back in.
Hello. Oh, hold on. I'm probably muted. Can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Cool. Um,
What are the numbers after Blaze Bowl? So I know
that's
there's
a
two
great
numbers.
question. 291-235.
291-235.
Yes, sir.
291-235. All right, something invite.
All right. All right. Let's see. I'll say that's the one unfortunate thing of not having one of our characters in the Super Bowl, though. Having to do that,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
that's
not
okay.
great.
All right. So another thing I noticed is I can't like select certain teams. Oddly, I don't know why.
Which
I mean,
one?
well, it's the teams that don't have coaches. It's the ones that fired people, which is
Uh,
odd still. I guess at
yeah.
this point,
Well,
maybe it
luckily, at
was,
least
but
doesn't matter for Super Bowl teams. They're usually not firing their coaches.
yeah. So I guess I'll use the Panthers just because they're maybe consistent mainstay, or do I go with the Browns just because they're in the other division in the
Now,
AFC?
do the Panthers. I think they're more likely. In the worst case, again, I'll just keep
Yeah,
kicking
that
your
works. Kick me at Mark
because I think
Anderson.
that preserves the
He's a
coaches.
46 overall or level coach apparently. He's been here for a
Who?
while. The coach for the Panthers that I am now officially.
There you go.
Got to turn all my shit to auto though.
Yeah, I was gonna put you on autopilot, but we can't do that.
Yeah, no, it's fine. I got everything on there. All right. Um, I will. I'm gonna auto upgrade. Also, yeah. Can you see
I can see everything. Yes.
stream and stuff?
Yep. Yep.
Cool. Jamel Dean is here. Fun fact. All right. I guess. Maybe we could just quickly look at the rosters just to see.
Sure. Let's take a look. Derek Brown's injured. I saw that.
Oh yeah, that's a big one. Dalvin Simmons, Mike Sanders. I mean, probably just like the top guys, maybe.
And Mike Central actually broke out. I thought it was a meme, but no, he broke out with the Panthers. Man, wow.
Yeah.
I believe he led in defensive touchdowns. I saw he had 2 pick sixes. I think.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
I don't. I. Hold on. I hate that it's. I don't know why, but my Discord is like, kind of fucked up with on my computer. It's like showing the text box of from our chat below for some reason.
Is there a way to like zoom it in and like
No, well, it's odd. I mean, it's not a big. It's just literally just the text bar, but it's just kind of odd. It's fine though. But yeah, I mean, Mike Sanders still, Nick Scorton, Tet McMillan, Bryce Young, Tracy Horn, a lot of the guys that we've seen kind of grow and develop here in Carolina. But Dante Frost, Yaya Diaby, Chuba Hubbard. Yeah, the William Valdez is a really good tight end here. Great. He's actually a really good run blocker. He's kind of developed into a good tight end receiving option. But they also signed Kevin Dotson.
yeah, there you go.
Yeah, they're a pretty good team, across the board. Yeah,
See some
pretty
Adrian
good.
Swinney, the rookie D tackle.
Yeah, pretty good. Honestly, trio of receivers. Saver Leggett still managed to have a job. Um, you know,
Oh,
the
line's pretty solid.
the O line's pretty good. The offense in total is pretty good. The D line is really, really good. Gonna be a problem, even with Derek Brown out. Still a very good D line.
Yeah,
Linebackers definitely weaker. Pat
he had a super
Person's
set.
yeah,
Yeah.
he's good. Bobby Akereke, former Giant.
Oh, Garrett is playing in the Super Bowl. Good
There
for
you
him.
go. It's the first Giants to play for
First
in this
Giant to
franchise.
grace the gridiron in
Yeah.
the Super Bowl.
But the rest of the linebackers aren't great, so we'll see if that plays a factor. Corners are very
Oh,
solid. Cordell Flott as
oh,
well.
Cordell. Hey,
Superstar
there's
Dev.
some Giants
Giants
team.
representation. There you
Yeah,
go. Um, and then pretty good safeties as well. Actually, a great
it's
quad of quartets there of safeties.
quartet too.
Yeah, and then you kicker, punter, long snapper. Sure, this is a pretty
Yeah,
good team.
Panthers are definitely the. I mean, I guess we haven't seen the Browns roster yet,
Yeah.
but I think they are probably the
Yeah.
favorites. They
No,
have a really well-rounded
yeah.
team.
No Derek Brown though is concerning for sure. That's their best player,
Yes.
but Brown's obviously very good too. Dude, what the fuck? Cole Marshall, how is he developed this well? He's played like shit. But maybe the Browns knew what they were doing with him over Von Herren, even though Von Herren's an 83 overall baseline. That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, the Dev might be the killer for Von Herren though. It sucks. Two betrayed quarterbacks, and both of them are in the Super Bowl, so maybe
that's true.
they know something.
Yeah, but Cole Marshall is playing up to a 91 right now, and great running back trio here.
Jonathan Brooks is going to see his Panthers.
Yeah, there you go. Reggie Gilliam, former Cardinal, still making it back to another Super Bowl.
There you go.
You got Jerry
Oh,
Jr.
the
Zach
crock pot.
The Crockpot makes it to the Super Bowl. No, wait, he's not the Crockpot. He's the Firecracker.
Oh, he's the it's the stupidest names for these guys. Yeah,
Tutu Atwell. I will say receivers are like good, but not like great.
yeah, a bunch of upper tier starters for sure.
Ooh,
But
Theo Johnson. That's
right.
right.
Remember we talked about that. I was like, he's gonna bring some stable play, and then Fabian Clark, their superstar tight end, who's gonna probably take over.
Yeah, he's a blocking tight end.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean Theo Johnson. They brought in Tyler Guyton too. Gordon Sheldon. Dimitri Whitfield. He was a first round pick. We talked about him last couple years ago. Tevin Jenkins still here. Mike McGlinchey. Not a incredible line, but decent. Jack Sawyer has turned into a really good player somehow here. Josh Sweat. I'm rooting for him specifically. I love Josh Sweat. He's an X factor.
Yeah, I do want the Browns to win this. I think this is gonna be fun.
What a turnaround for him. Dexter Lawrence, obviously Giant legend, maybe. Another one, Braden Fisk.
No, he is, yeah.
Deontay Kramer, another first round pick that we talked about before. Although Braden
Fisk
is hurt, so we'll see Kramer.
Deontay Kramer, yeah. No, I think they'll be fine there.
Yeah,
no, it's interesting to see Dexter Lawrence and Josh Sweat too. Obviously played against each other. Now they're playing on the same D line, creating a great situation there.
Yeah. Their linebacker situation, no Drake Greenlaw, who won linebacker of the year, but
very solid linebackers.
Yeah, they're definitely a better linebacker group than the Panthers for sure. And corner Terrence Peake, former first round pick, he's very good. No more Denzel Ward.
Yeah, outside of that, honestly, not the greatest
great.
corner.
Yeah. Former Cardinals corners, Carrington Valentine and Denzel Burke, both here. Very interesting. Xavier Watts, who they signed this past year, is here, and Durant Delpit's still here. Pretty decent safeties. Yeah, I mean, I think the Browns are still a good team. Definitely worse in certain areas, but I think they are better at linebacker. That's really the main spot, but everything else is a little bit either.
I think we're gonna see a lot of defense. I do feel
probably, but the real question is, will one of these quarterbacks be a little turnover crazy, or maybe both? Maybe we'll see a ton of turnovers today. Who knows?
Yeah, my bet would have to be on
the rookie,
on
the second, second year,
the second year player in Cleveland. I think Bryce Young is. I don't know though. I mean, that Browns defense is really good. We talked about that D line. Very strong D line.
Yeah, that really.
Do you want to do good?
Secondary is the weak part of the Browns defense, but it's still pretty good. But this crazy Super Bowl matchup. But what were you saying?
Do you want to do? Which side do you want to commentate for?
I'm fine either way.
How about you do the Panthers? Okay. I got the Browns.
Sounds good. I know you just want to talk about the Panthers or the Browns offense. You're rooting for them, so that's fair. But the Browns will start on offense, so there you go.
Yeah, we think return up here, absolutely belted there, 24. chopped down. Here is the man, Cole Marshall. They did not think Von Herren was going to be the guy to get into
Actually,
the Super Bowl.
not a bad year. I thought he had a worse year.
Not
That was
bad.
last
Yeah,
year,
no,
I
and
thought.
they bought in on Cole Marshall over Von Herren, and it's paid off. Here we go, 1st and 10, playing Super Bowl football in his second year. Here's Quinshon Judkins' handoff, absolutely barreling out of the offensive line, getting up to the 37 on a 13-yard gain. Very good start there, and I think Quinshon Judkins, I think really he should be the premier player on this offense. They have weapons. They have Tutu Atwell. They have, but I think this Browns O line's pretty solid. And if they can get Quinshon moving against this D line, good things will happen. But that's only going to be a gain of 1, as the Panthers make a big play, and Yaya Diaby is
it's a big one for him too.
struggling with a bit of an injury concern here. He's on the sideline getting some Gatorade. Here comes 2nd and 9. Brandon Marshall. Cole Marshall. Brandon Marshall's not. Oh, that's an absolute diamond into Carter. I think that's Chamari Connor. Is that 22? Who Tutu Atwell absolutely domes. That was a tight catch. I mean, that was a tight throw as well. We'll get a replay on this. That is a tight throw. You have a linebacker coming in. You have the safety over the top, and that is just a well-timed pass for Cole Marshall. And 1st and 10, they are currently off to a hot start. Hand this one off to Quinshon Judkins. They're not going to get anything here, as the defensive line for the Panthers absolutely swallow that one up. You have the rookie Swinney. Swinney. That's making a big tackle there, and here comes 2nd and 12.
I love Whitfield having the little collar.
Oh, he's slinging it downfield for his man. Oh, that was close.
That was Crocker. That was the
Firecracker. That was the Firecracker, yep. Almost making a big play here in the Super Bowl. 3rd and 12, though. This is a very different outlook. Motioning Theo Johnson. Here is Cole Marshall in the pocket, slinging it, finding his man. That is, I believe,
Jerry Jeudy.
That is Jerry Jeudy. I forgot he's still on this team.
I'm surprised he's been here that long, but yeah, he's stretched out.
Yeah,
they're going for field goal. What do you think? Do you feel like points are premium here in this game?
I do think so. I think you can just take a 3. You have to hit it here. It's up and good. So yeah, I honestly not the word. I know usually, obviously, on inches you want to go for it, but take your points, right? You don't.
It's a tough spot here defensively, where it's
Panthers
a really
D-line's
good
very good.
Yeah. But now the Panthers have a chance to answer with a return, and really doesn't get much at all to the 22. And here comes Bryce Young in the offense, who feel like they finally figured things out. Not a crazy season from Bryce, but he's been good. He's been able to lead this team through the thick and thin here, and finally able to get to the big game. We'll see if they can make something happen here. Going pass, quick throw underneath. That is Tet McMillan for 5. And gonna see a lot of him probably today. Their lead receiver, obviously Dalvin Simmons as well. Gonna be a delayed handoff to Hubbard. Can't get much, maybe a yard. Schlesinger on the tackle. And this Browns linebacker group we talked about is very good, and they are going to absolutely try to stop Hubbard from getting much on the ground today. But 3rd and 4, quick throw, and wide opens Leggett for a 1st down. He loves eating roadkill, and he loves getting 1st downs.
There you go.
And yeah, they just were playing zone there and wide open as he sat down on that curl route, and very easy for Leggett to get that first. Motioning Simmons. That's actually Leggett, sorry. They both have 7 as their second number. Bryce Young having time. Quick throw, and wow, I thought he caught it still.
Yeah, I did as well, but great play by Schlesinger.
Yeah, I mean, a linebacker covering a receiver is never easy, but Schlesinger is one of the best in the league, so he's able to do that. And here's going to be a play action here. Pressure, and oh my goodness, that was a big play from the big man, Wilson, on the interior. Jumping down, knocking that pass down. I also noticed Myles Garrett's number is given to Josh Sweat there at 95. The X Factor. Pressure. Hit as he throws it. Down the field, Leggett can't bring it in. That's a great play from the safety. I want to say maybe corner. I can't tell who that was, though. Number 13. Ew. But Panthers will have to punt here, and that's actually a huge stop for the Browns, because now they have the
Browns
point advantage.
D-line absolutely wrecking, honestly. I feel like that the throws are getting hurried up.
Absolutely. And there's the
Oh, here's
croc.
a nice
There's
solid little return
Firecrocker.
here for Firecrocker. Yeah, no, very solid. Here
I
comes
wonder
Cole
what his
Marshall.
brother's doing. I can't remember who he's on, what team he's on now.
I don't remember either. He's no lineman. He's somewhere.
Yeah, he's a guard.
But
The
here's
Crockpot.
Crockpot. Not to be confused with Firecrocker.
Absolutely.
Here's Cole Marshall. And the shotgun, 3 guys to one side, and they're feeling good about that decision to kick the field goal, I think. And they're back in the driver's seat here. 1st and 10. He's going to find his man right underneath. That's just an easy shot to Theo Johnson. He's going to get a little bit of extra for his trouble. And obviously in Theo Johnson's time in New York, he was consistent. He was honestly consistent. He was not the big play guy that we think of as like for Widener, but he was a very, very solid tight end. And as I was saying that, he's going to drop that one.
Yeah, that's not an easy catch to make, though.
Not an easy catch, no. And this Panthers defense is very, very good. So it's definitely understandable as Cole Marshall is in the pocket. Plenty of time to throw. Here is his man, Quinshon Judkins, coming out of the backfield and picking up first down.
And the protection there from Brown's O-line was very impressive. Gave Marshall time.
I was going to say, he's had a few opportunities here of just sit in the pocket and just sitting there. I mean, pancakes.
Yeah.
Very, very good.
Yeah, some of these Browns, especially the interior linemen, really doing a great job stopping the pass rush from Frost and Swinney. But obviously, no Derek Brown's huge, because that would be a different story possibly.
There's Cole Marshall. Ooh, a little risky there as he tries to fit it in.
I think it's
Judy, but
Person. That's what it is.
Person. Yep. Yeah, so I think definitely, with how many defensive linemen, Cole Marshall, oh, that's a tight throw and a catch. Very solid catch there. But with all the D-line getting drafted and, O-line is if not more important now to defend against these elite rushers. Here's Quinshon Judkins with a push and 4th and 1. Are they going to kick another field goal?
I think they should. Just take the points at this point.
I agree. I mean
trust your defense, right? They will.
I agree, and they agree as well. Here is Mevis out here. I believe it's Mevis to kick it.
I think it's a good call.
I agree, up and good. Yeah, especially if you're hitting the field goals. It's a good call.
Absolutely. I mean, because we've seen it before, teams sometimes make mistakes, pass on points because they try to risk it, and it costs them.
Yeah.
And sometimes all you need to do, especially with how the game script is going right now of just defensive football. Oh my God, what a hit from Wilson.
As a wise man once said, this is not Detroit, this is the Super Bowl. So
absolutely.
You need to be on it.
Yeah. Sometimes it really just depends on how the game's going, and clearly right now, defensive game, Browns defense doing a great job, and you got to just keep doing it and keep taking the points. Panthers going quick throw. Liget again with a catch of 6. Very interesting. He's lining up against Terrence Peak for a lot of today so far, and it's going to be a quick screen out to Hubbard with some blocks ahead of him, but absolutely nothing from the one lineman. Xavier Watts made a great play. And, I mean, if he would have got that block, that would have been a huge play.
Definitely. A lot of confidence from this Browns defense, though.
Absolutely. 3rd and 6. A 4-man rush. Bryce has time. Throws it. Liget again gets the first down. So far, his leading guy is Liget, not Tet McMillan, not Dalvin Simmons, and not the young tight end. Handoff. No play action on the run. And it's again, 2-yard gain for Liget, and that takes us to the end of the first. 6-0 Browns, and Panthers offense feels a little bit slowed down here today because of this Browns defense compared to the Browns offense. I feel like have had, a little bit more success, clearly with 2 field goals, getting into field goal range on both of their drives. But handoff here, that looks like it was a play action, but it's going to be Peyton Wilson in the backfield on the TFL on a 3rd and 7, and this is where you don't want to be. These 3rd and mediums, 3rd and longs against the Browns pass rush. This is where you can get in really big trouble here. But here's Liget motioning, 4-man rush pressure. Bryce Young, look at the navigation there. Rolling out, takes the first down. Nice juke, too.
Ooh.
And fumble at the end of the play. Is that going to stand, though? Was he down? Did Schlesinger pop
I don't know.
that
Either
ball
way,
free?
I think a Brown recovered either way.
I mean, Barber did, but we'll see.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
Schlesinger.
Yeah, it depends if he was down or not.
Oops, sorry. I screenshotting for thumbnail purposes. I think he was down. It looked like his knee went down
Oh yeah, I think he was down.
first. Ooh, it looks like it
Ooh,
popped
wait,
back up.
I don't know.
We'll see. I mean, I think it might be a fumble and recovery from the Browns defense. It was
That
a.
is really close. Is there going to be a challenge here?
They're gonna. They reviewed it and they say it's a
Snaps.
fumble, and that's a horrible situation for the Panthers.
Brutal. Cole Marshall here handing it off to Judkins, who has a nice run. It's up to a gain of 4.
Yeah,
Plenty
that
of
play
space
is
for him to work.
a shame though, because that was a really great play
Yeah.
from Bryce Young, but he just got a little too ballsy there, trying to
Yeah, he was
gain some
trying to
extra
fight for
yards.
more.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's 2nd and 6. Cole Marshall just taking underneath. And unlike Bryce Young, who was trying to make a big play, Cole Marshall is just letting everything come to him. I think the offense is doing play calling is going to do a good job, kind of just letting things get open for him, and he's just kind of taking what he can get here. No need to push it too much against this loaded Carolina defense. Hand off to Quinshon Judkins for a gain of 1.
Yeah, you make a good point. You might not have to even score a touchdown today if you win this game. Like, you can just win with field goals. Could be enough.
And that's what you got to do. Quinshon Judkins with a nice run, getting into the secondary. Sandstrel and company having to bring him down. What you need from your elite running back, he's definitely playing a big role, and looks like they might go right back to him here in I form. No reason to stray away from it. He is going to hand it off to Quinshon Judkins. This time, though, making a big play, 42, the linebacker. I'm actually not sure who that is.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter, but he makes a big play.
Yeah.
His name will be remembered. Maybe not. 2nd and 11.
Oh,
Firing Cole Marshall. He goes down before he can get hit. Smart. I mean, that's
Tyler
a synopsis of
Lockett-esque.
the Browns. I mean, Firecrocker. I think this whole Browns team is just playing very smart. They're not
Absolutely.
trying to take big hits or let this Carolina defense dictate the flow of the game.
Oh,
It is Cleveland Browns all day. Judkins with a huge truck and a huge fight for extra yardage, getting up to 2nd and 3. Judkins is definitely bringing the physicality on offense for the Cleveland Browns.
absolutely.
Very, very good.
Absolutely, but not here. Whoa.
Empty. They trust Cole Marshall to make a read here. They're going to motion Jerry Jeudy, and he's going to take the
Wide
snap. Blitz
open.
coming, finds his man.
Jonathan Brooks.
That is Jonathan Brooks, a running back. Touchdown.
Wow.
And yeah, Jerry Jeudy and Tutu Atwell celebrating with them. And I mean, blitz was coming hot, but Cole Marshall just ice cold.
Yeah.
I think maybe they saw something with that's there's a reason starting over Von Herren. Maybe they just like everything about this, the intangibles.
Absolutely, and this is big here. Now, obviously, it really doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things. Could have went for 2, maybe to make it a 14-point game, but I don't think it matters that much. I mean, the Browns' defense has been on point, and they're up 13. And Panthers, still a lot of time, but they got to get
on
something.
them to respond.
They got to get something here. Really not a lot on that return to the 24. So, I mean, let's see. I mean, Bryce Young, let's see how he responds, in his, 7th year as a starter here in Carolina.
Just had that fumble, which resulted in the touchdown. It's pressure time.
Yeah, and we've seen this before with other quarterbacks. How can you respond after making a mistake? And that handoff to Chuba Hubbard, but he gets hit hard by Wilson, who's been very involved today, and only a yard there. So, especially when your run game hasn't really gotten going against this great front, it's going to be a lot on Bryce Young today in the pass game, getting him into this game again. And here's going to be a jet sweep, and it's going to be Simmons finding 4 yards. Surprised he bounced off of a couple potential tackles there, but keeps things going. 3rd and 5, just over 3 minutes to go. 2 tight ends in. Got a 4-man rush time, though, and open. He just misses the throw to Simmons. And that's a
rough.
Critical mistake there because that was an open man, and they'll have to punt here on 4th and 5. And they really need their defense to hold up a little bit better this drive. They can't really afford to give up more points at this point. They need to get some stop here for momentum purposes.
Browns would be happy with even just another field goal, but obviously wanting to maybe make this, push this even further out of reach. Here is Cole Marshall, an empty, still has some work to do here. 1st and 10. He's just going to take off with it. Very risky, just going head first into the Panthers defenders, but ultimately he's able to hold on to it. 2nd and 9 coming up. Gain of 1, probably not worth letting your quarterback take shots like that for 1-yard gains, but
Hey, you got a great backup though.
yeah, you do have a great backup, but I don't think you want to plan for that. Here's Cole Marshall slinging it downfield. His man's
Wow.
open. He's gonna find it. Jerry Jeudy. That is gonna be a touchdown. He's off to the races.
Wow, he beat
Wow.
J.C. Horn.
Grittying on the Carolina Panthers.
What I mean, look at the presence there. He took a hit at the end of the play, still just laid in a huge throw, perfectly placed. And
Yeah,
you
no,
know,
yeah. I mean, with that kind of, you're not really seeing where your receiver is. It's very much a timing thing at that point.
yeah,
You're just kind of hucking it. And what a well-timed throw and catch. And huge, 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 huge.
yeah. And I will have to say, as a as a previous doubter of Marshall, I feel like I'm seeing what the Browns saw in him, and
Yeah.
he's showing just the cool under pressure that they haven't had at quarterback in a while, if ever, maybe. And he is delivering great throws even with pressure in his face. And there's an injury to the Panthers, but Panthers need to respond here. Down us, Bobby Okereke, former Giant, obviously not happy his first time being in the Super Bowl, and down 20, getting hurt.
This kind of, I feel like the best. It's probably the best quarterback they've had since Otto Graham in the 1950s. I think you really have something here.
And here's Simmons with a quick play over the middle. That's exactly what you need. That'll bring us to 2-minute warning, but I think they need to do that a little bit more. They need to just get something quick open to those good run after catch players that they have.
It's not over yet, though. I mean, they get the ball at half as well, so Panthers can score. And
yeah, that would be huge. Here's a blitz, quick throw over the middle. It's going to be Ted McMillan fighting to the 40. Obviously not the fastest receiver. Could have broken that for a touchdown if he was, but he does get a nice gain there, continuing the run down the field here. 4-man rush. Young trying to navigate the pocket, get pressured, chucks it out of bounds. That's a huge play to get rid of it there, because that was Jack Sawyer.
He was getting hit as he threw it as well. That was very, very good.
Yeah, that was that could have been really ugly, but he made a good play there. Bryce Young looking like a sickly child in the pocket now. Getting 4-man rush again. Pressure came in, throws it, delivers a strike to the tight end. Valdez,
yep,
with a big play to the 8, and they're within the 10 for the first time today. Really within field goal range for the first time today. Young with a chance, 5-man rush, quick throw. The league get his favorite receiver today, and there's a timeout for the Browns because they want to try to maybe get some time here to put some points on if the Panthers score, which I think makes sense. With how quickly the Panthers have driven down the field, you can maybe get something going here. But see here, going to be a blitz screen, though. Perfect play call, Hubbard touchdown to get them potentially back into the game. And, here's a little Irish jig from Hubbard. Obviously, he's very proud of his heritage, just like Trey McBride, who did the same thing last Super Bowl.
Absolutely. No, very well done for.
Yeah, that was exactly what they needed. Was a play. It was a drive of that caliber where they could get down the field quickly, really within like a minute, and score. Because it felt like maybe this could have gotten away from them, but that drive might change things here.
Definitely does, especially if you can hold Cleveland, not let them score. Panthers get the ball. You can make this a 1-score game.
Absolutely. But let's see if the Browns offense, who've kind of been on fire as of late, let's see if they can do anything. Here's a return.
Yeah. Not to jinx them, but they haven't punted or turned the ball over once. It's been field goal or a touchdown.
Not quite yet.
Yeah, Judkins and company coming on out here. I don't know if they have like a specific coach or not. I think it might just be
I forget who it is.
Is it Stefanski? Is he still
Von Herren's in.
Oh, wait, Von Herren is in. He's slinging it to Theo Johnson. What is this? Was there maybe a bit of an injury issue?
Maybe. Marshall might have gotten hit on that throw deep to Jerry Jeudy. That hit at the end may have put him out for a little. We'll see if he comes back, but this could be a really cool story, too.
This is very cool. Von Herren in the Super Bowl, empty, slinging it downfield. Is that a man? He finds him. Wow. Zach Crocker. The firecracker
That's
connection
crazy.
with Von Herren. They have no problem slinging it with the backup. I mean, this Cleveland team,
Oh, wow.
most swagger they've had in franchise history. I mean, what an absolute play. Von Herren commanding the offense in empty. They are putting all their trust in their backup, their former first-round pick quarterback.
Oh.
Von Herren slinging it to Theo Johnson, who has the extra space. That was a great catch by Theo Johnson. He kind of took it slow and outmaneuvered the defender. Another timeout, and the Cleveland's looking to be a very good situation. We were talking about Panthers. They were, just starting to get some momentum after that touchdown, and now Von Herren has stepped in and has stolen it back. We'll see if the Cleveland Browns can punch this one in. Likely a handoff to Quinshon Judkins. No, it's a pass. Von Herren running, gets sacked. Trayvon Moehrig coming in, making this 3rd and 10.
Now,
the
question is, does anyone take a timeout here? I don't know. The Panthers took one whenever that big play happened to Crocker.
Yeah,
but
I think the Browns don't want to take a timeout. I think the Panthers might have wanted to there.
I don't know. It's tough to say.
Here's Von Herren. 5 seconds left. He's just going to sling it up, see if he can get his man. And that was to Quinshon Judkins. I don't know if that was the greatest idea, but
that was Peppers.
Peppers on him, and they're just going to take a field goal here. Yeah, no, still very, very good play for the Browns.
Absolutely.
All right, and
and
their man is up and good and perfect all day.
Yeah, it's still a 2-score game, 16 points difference here, but the Browns have just had the offensive momentum that I think we're surprised that we were going to see, because it felt like this was going to be a defensive battle, and obviously the Panthers defense has just not shown up quite like the Browns defense have. Obviously, the turnover, plenty of punts. Obviously, that was a great drive that the Panthers did have, but yeah, like you said, the momentum shifted, but kind of shifted back to the Browns again.
Yeah, but holding them to a field goal was huge. That's definitely another big one. Cole Marshall and it's gonna be interesting to see what happens, because Cole Marshall is playing very well, and that's before he was taken off the field. But I mean, I don't know if he's out for the game or not, but we're quickly getting to kickoff.
Yeah. Halftime show was canceled because of fans, two split on who they wanted. He was either Kid Rock or
Kid Rock.
Or
they all went to watch the Turning Point, the American Super Bowl, and just lost all their viewership. They couldn't afford it.
But here's a play action to start. Bryce Young has a little bit of time pressure running out. He just chucks it out of bounds somehow, and I think that was Josh Sweat and company getting in there.
Have Browns D line, man. Absolutely controlling this game.
Absolutely. It was a 4-man rush against, I believe, 6 blockers too, which is insane. But again, Panthers going past. They feel like they kind of have to pass it a little bit more here. Here's Ted again, getting 9, sets them up for a nice 3rd and 1. But can they convert? They really need it here. They got the run blocking tight end at fullback. Could be a sneak. It's going to be Bryce Young with his 2-foot body, flinging himself across, and gets the first and keeps us alive. And they're moving things very well right now, and it's going 5 wide. And a little 4-man rush, a little run as well, sliding this time, only 2 yards, but obviously learned from his mistake last time with the fumble. 2nd and 8 from the 40. Another pass, 4-man rush, pressure coming in. It's Wilson, who's been everywhere today.
Wow.
I don't know where Kramer is. I don't know where Dexter Lawrence is. But
yeah, did he get injured?
Maybe, but Wilson has been filling in very well at D-tackle. It looks like Dexter Lawrence might not be playing today. It looks like I saw Kramer he's 98, I believe. So Lawrence might be hurt. But here's another pass. Pressure starting to collapse here. Pressure again. You gotta get rid of it. Kramer with the sack. You just kind of have to get rid of it at that point. I mean, another punt on the way. 4th and 21. And I don't know, the Panthers just have not had much success. It's a delayed punt, almost blocked. That was sketchy.
Yeah. That could have made things even worse, but
absolutely.
Yeah, Panthers definitely want to get a stop here as Marshall is coming back out. We saw a little bit of Von. No, he's not. We lied. They lied.
There's a little trickery.
Von Herren's going to be out here at the start of the 3rd quarter as well. No Cole Marshall to be seen. I think he was trying to get on the field, but
oh my God,
quarterback blown up. Judkins gets blown up. Yeah, no, but we saw Cole Marshall. He was trying to get on the field. He wants to be out there for his team, but they were like, "No, sit down, man. Like that, there's something wrong." And big run there for Judkins.
Yeah.
And I mean, Judkins is controlling this game, and with the lead they have, do you really risk hurting your franchise quarterback? Von Herren's proving to be very efficient so far.
Very true. I am curious. I want to see what the injury, because we're not going to see it otherwise here.
True.
I want to see what that looks like, because so Derek Brown is on IR, but okay, and there's nothing about Lawrence or interesting. I mean, maybe in the depth chart. Maybe they're just fatigued very much. Yes, okay, he had a severe right shoulder injury. That's going to definitely hinder his throwing ability. And Herron's ready to go, so they're, especially with, like you said, with the lead that they have, very comfortable starting him. And then, severe foot injury for Lawrence. So they're just kind of being safe here.
Yeah, Kramer also, I think, is dealing with some injury issues. I saw a high. Yeah, so maybe that's why we're seeing Wilson coming in there.
Yeah, and he's been doing good. He's been playing pretty well.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I think it's like you said, it's definitely smart for them to still take care of their players' health here. Up 16. It's obviously sketchy because it's the last game of the year. You don't want that to work against you, but so far it's been working well.
Judkins with a nice handoff. Yeah, I think honestly their mindset's probably like, unless Von Herren starts shooting you in the foot, I think you just kind of let it rock, right? I think he's currently proving very efficient. They know he's an efficient quarterback. So I think they're putting their trust in him. Here's Von Herren looking to run. He's going to take off. There's the mobility we talked about in his college days. It's up to 3rd and 1. I mean, Von Herren is known for some shiftiness. He's definitely got something to him there. I think that's a good part of his game that maybe he brings that Marshall doesn't quite bring as much.
Wow.
Yeah, another read. Just as we're talking about going down the field, he is going to get his way up to the 33.
A little scary, though.
Wow.
Stayed up a little too long there. Maybe but it could, because defensive players love seeing quarterbacks stay up longer and they could try to rip the ball out, but luckily, not there.
Aaron's a tough guy. He's gonna take it on the shoulder. Here's 1st and 10, empty. Yeah, putting a lot of trust in your quarterback to go empty, especially if Herren taking a shot. Finds. I mean, that was a good throw, but ultimately, I think that was Judkins on the edge, unable to grab it, and they're coming out empty again. 2nd and 10. Herron's making calls at the line. He knows what he likes. Von Herren in the pocket. He's going to take off yet again. Wow. Plenty of space downfield, and he's going to slide before he could get in contact with 49. Great play there.
It's very interesting seeing the Panthers are really playing to stop the pass here and only bringing 3 and 4. They're not blitzing a lot because they got beat early, and I think they're a little scared right now. They're playing scared.
I agree, and Judkins making a nice run. Like a 5. Ooh, Zach Crocker. Fire Crocker. He's dealing with. Ooh, that's not good. He's falling over.
Another knee.
Get on the bench there and start working that. Yeah, some kind of leg issue there. 2nd and 5. Coming up. Don't want to see him get injured, but again, just better safe than sorry at this point. Judkins handoff and plenty of space to work. Gets up to the 7. Buckled. Taylor Gaither with the tackle. I mean, you can say one thing. I think the Panthers have played pretty physical, just not as. I mean, honestly, the Browns' offense has been moving very well. Doesn't matter who's been under center. I think the coaching has a lot to do with that. I think there's a big shout to the coaching. I think Judkins has played a very good. Sanders still having some issues there, getting kind of called out. Von Herren, plenty of space. He's going to run this one in. Is Von Herren going to take
Super Bowl MVP?
Super Bowl MVP? This really might be.
He's
leprechaun. He's hitting
his Irish heritage.
Irish heritage is getting shown there. What a run by Von Herren.
What a story too that's happening right now with Von Herren.
Yeah.
Got benched for
you gotta
Marshall.
hope that he gets another start somewhere. He has to.
I think this is his audition. Honestly,
it is.
I could see him going and playing for a couple teams out there in the league, and maybe being a really good. I mean, there's plenty of teams that could use a quarterback who's performing well like this in the Super Bowl. Maybe the Giants. Maybe the Giants. How about that? What a dart!
The New York Giants. That would be interesting. But
Xavier Von
here's
Herren.
the Panthers.
Whoa, what a return.
Whoa!
Oh my goodness.
Whoa!
Oh my goodness.
No!
Okay. I know they're down 23. There's still time, and that
They're
return was a
actually
little
still a
momentum.
chance. Yes.
And Bryce Young just he's gotta just slow down, breathe, get things going here, because they gotta get something going. They have just struggled to get much offensively. And here's going to be a play action, plenty of time, and just Hubbard not paying attention there. I don't think he thought the throw was going to him that quickly, but you gotta keep an eye out and be ready for the pass. But Tech McMillan going in motion to the left side of the offense. Another four-man rush. Bryce Young getting pressured. It's going to be a nice high throw for Valdez, right? Is that his name?
I think it's Valdez.
Yes. I think I called him another name earlier in the game, which I apologize for. Bryce Young play action here. Plenty of time. Great pocket. And another throw to Valdez, but late. Peyton Wilson.
Yeah, that
with the
Panthers
pass breakup.
line starting to lock in a little bit, I feel like.
Yeah, and they need to. They really need to here, because this is the part where they need to really play their best football. And that's just a horrible drop from Simmons now. The Panthers their pass catchers are demoralized right now. They are just dropping passes that they shouldn't be. And the O-line's playing great right now. So
It might be a blitz here.
Gotta lock in. But it's a four-man rush. Pressure coming in this time. Of course, as I say, the line's doing well, and Sawyer gets the sack. 4th and 15 from the 43. Punt. I was going to say, I don't think their kicker can make this field goal.
Brutal.
They really need their defense to make a play. And that punt is not terrible, but not great.
Yeah, no, you'd rather a touchback there.
Yeah. But, yeah, this is...
Pumpkin's having a very nice game.
Yeah. This could be the drive, though, that could end it.
Yeah, no, if they unless the Panthers get a defensive touchdown, I think this might really honestly be it. Von Herren slinging it, still play action, finds his man just in rhythm. Yeah, that was a fullback. You're right. Quarter three's over. Wow, what a! I mean, I don't think anyone expected the Panthers to be losing, especially like this. I mean, we said the Panthers were the better team.
Yeah.
Cleveland defensive line really has just dominated this game, and the offense doesn't matter who's been behind under center.
Yeah, I think underrated
points.
Portion of the Browns team today was the Browns O-line. They obviously know Derek Brown for the Panthers, but like their D-line is still one of the best in the league, and their offensive line has just taken control.
Absolutely, has both kept the pocket clean for both Von Herren and Cole Marshall, and as good as in Quinton Judkins, plenty of space to work in the run game. So no, definitely a very strong offensive line performance for Cleveland. I think they definitely deserve props for just everything they've done this game. I would honestly say they're the MVP of the offense.
Wow.
That might be crazy to say. Here is a throw. I believe that's tight end 2. That's that superstar tight end 2 making a huge play. Huge catch and run. Yeah, no, they're dominating the line of scrimmage on both offense and defense. And off to Judkins, getting himself a gain of 2. Injury timeout for Judkins. Oof, not great. Honestly, yeah, no, not great. Browns have struggled with some injuries here.
I will say, I think just let him sit for the rest of the game. You got solid backups, and you're up by 23. Just try to run the clock out.
The Super Bowl started with Quinton Judkins and Cole Marshall, and is now Von Herren and Jonathan Brooks.
Yeah,
Brooks going to get a carry for a gain of 2
versus his former team. We haven't even thought about that.
Versus his former team. Yeah, no, I mentioned it briefly that maybe a bit of vengeance for Brooks, but he's going to get a chance to start. Here's Von Herren slinging it to his man Theo Johnson. Plenty of space to work down the field. Theo Johnson having a nice game as well. All right, Carolina's going to challenge it. I think they think he stepped out earlier than he did.
Which, I mean, yes, that's a fair challenge to make, but it's still brutal. I mean, yeah, it works out 16 yards, but still, I mean, 7 minutes left. You got to get a turnover, really.
I guess it gives them more fuel to get a turnover. You do need a fumble. You need a pick. You need something. Sweep for Jerry Jeudy, and oh, man, that's going to be a gain of 8. Yeah, Von Herren's hyped up. This offense is hyped up. Panthers defense allowed 390 yards today. Disappointing day for Carolina's defense, which we thought were going to be, they have studs. They do. But just not, no, it's not clicking. Doesn't matter. You can have all these great players, but you need to click as a unit. And we're not seeing that same Panthers defense that we did against the Giants and Cardinals and Saints in this playoff run. Judkins is back in the game, though. I think he wants to finish this one out for his guys.
Not
He's
here, though.
quickly taken back out. Yeah, Brooks is back in. 3rd and 1. Getting a first down here ends it basically.
Oh.
Dang, that's over. I mean, well,
Most
yeah,
likely,
technically not, but yeah. I mean, come on.
It's brutal. I mean, yeah, it's like this Panthers defense has been great all year, and it's just one game they're missing their best player and they fall apart essentially. Although going 5 wide.
5 wide. Yeah, they're looking for something here. Von Herren is just going to run it though. Slide for a gain of 3. That's going to be Dante Frost, right?
Yeah, he's faking an injury here to get the free timeout. It's a smart play by the young D tackle. He knows he's got to do anything he can to give this team a chance, and if it's faking an injury, it is the way to go. Going pass. Okay.
Oof. Yeah, it is going to be Von Herren. I think we're losing a yard there. Sermons, I believe that's a depth player for the. I
think he's starting edge.
Wow, you have not seen him. I don't really seen him. To be fair, we haven't seen many Panthers defenders today.
Not much.
3rd and 8 here. Motion for Theo Johnson. He's going to go out wide. Can make it a stop. Von Herren's just going to take off, dunking his nuts on the Carolina Panthers.
Super Bowl MVP Von Herren.
I think he actually might just be Super Bowl MVP. What a story.
Yeah.
What a story.
His mobility, I didn't think he would be as insanely effective. There's some guys who are a little bit more risky with their mobility. He's just been very smart using his legs.
Yes.
Very decisive.
No, very much so. There's going to be PAT up and good, although doesn't make really much of a difference.
That's going to probably do it.
Yeah, 30-point comeback in 4 minutes in the 4th. I think that would be unheard. I mean, it's unheard of, obviously. So,
yeah, it's very, very unlikely.
Maybe Carolina can get a score, though. Maybe at least leave with a bit more dignity, a bit more pride.
Yeah, and I mean, they're still a good team. Obviously, they have a bright future potentially to win the Super Bowl. They can definitely try to come back and win another one. But it's not going to be easy, obviously. Never easy. There's always 32 teams vying for this prize here. And, it's going to be tough to make it back, but you never know. But it doesn't really seem like the Panthers have much urgency to come back and win. I think they realize they don't have a chance to win. They might try to score. Here's a throw. Ted McMillan with the catch, but yeah, it's also disappointing to see another Super Bowl end up being not close. This is pretty much just a consistent thing now. Oh, that's a poor throw. But
to be fair, Dolphins Cardinals was a little close, but
it was closer, but still.
Yeah, not really. Not many thriller Super Bowls. Yeah, no, it's been very.
Yeah, it's been
very lopsided.
Yeah. And it's interesting how it seems like one of the teams, just for some reason, it's like one of the powerhouse teams in one of the conferences ends up getting eliminated early. Although usually that ends up being a Super Bowl, just an easy Super Bowl for the NFC team. It's been the opposite here, where the powerhouse team, supposedly Panthers, with a great play from Chuba Hubbard there, but that's really just his best play today. Hasn't done much. There's an injury, but that's Kramer. He's just gonna head to the locker room. Might as well.
Yeah, might as well. Yeah, might as well.
But yeah, it's interesting that the Browns, the wild card team, would upset a couple teams to get here. Chuba Hubbard with a nice catch, but they're turning the tide here. Maybe changing the story here for not just wild card teams, not just AFC teams, but just teams with young quarterbacks in general, because it really hasn't been young quarterback-led teams winning the Super Bowls recently. It's been Kyler Murray the past 3 years, and then prior to that was I can't even remember who won the Super Bowl.
Yeah, it was
I couldn't
it
tell
was
you.
the Buccaneers. The
Yeah,
Buccaneers.
Bucks
Yep.
with Baker again, a veteran quarterback. So
Yeah, no, and I think every Super Bowl contending team, it was like what, Joe Burrow, and then it was Trevor
Burrow,
Lawrence,
Tua,
yeah, not super young quarterbacks.
and now Bryce Young too. But you got 2 young quarterbacks on the Browns, making this an interesting game. Bryce Young getting pressured, hits. Josh Sweat can't complete the throw.
And that actually it will be for the first time in the franchise in our not in franchise history, but in our franchise that an AFC team was the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Every team that's been in NFC, of course, Buccaneers year 1, and then the Cardinals streak of Super Bowls.
Yeah, it's been a long stretch here. Handoff, Hubbard gets a touchdown finally, but yeah, it's doesn't mean much. His second touchdown. Oh, he's doing his little jig. Okay.
Oh,
okay,
he's honoring his Irish heritage.
Absolutely. I mean,
yeah.
The Panthers are a little bit too excited for
being
down this much, but yeah, it's brutal, obviously, for the Panthers. But Browns, yeah, I mean, obviously winning their first Super Bowl, making their first Super Bowl. They're not even going to go for onside kick. I mean, I guess why would you? But at the same time, could be fun, you know. But
true, but don't prolong your pain, I guess. It's also out of respect for the Browns, I think.
Yeah, they're conceding. They realize, hey, Browns, they did the job. They did it well.
Is Cole Marshall going to come out for the kneel, or is it going to be Von Herren kneeling it out?
Yeah, I think it's Von. Oh, he is back in. He's not kneeling it. He's gonna take a drive. He's gonna make a score.
Take a couple handoffs here. Quinton Judkins.
That's Brooks.
Getting a little bit of extra stuff. Oh, is that Brooks?
It is. And Crocker's back in.
I guess they're bringing out all the
all the stars are here.
Yeah, they're just letting them kind of enjoy this, ride it out.
Yeah, no Judkins.
Fair enough. No Judkins.
Last play.
Judkins might.
I swear to God, if they would have called that penalty, I would have been pissed off. Let them play, man. And that will do it.
It's over.
Browns win their first Super Bowl in franchise history. Panthers continue to be winless in the Super Bowl, joining a short list of teams who've made. And
you want to know one thing that hasn't changed? The Browns don't have a franchise quarterback. They have 2.
They have 2. You know, there's that saying of when you have 2 quarterbacks, you really have none. But the Browns say, guess what, buddy? We have both. 2, and we have 2.
Maybe next season we'll see a 2 quarterback system going on.
Maybe. We've seen 2 running backs. We've seen 2 kicker systems. Maybe is this the time for 2 quarterbacks? And I mean, both the quarterbacks did really play well. I mean, obviously Marshall had the passing touchdowns. Herron had good passing game, but the rushing performance from Herron was very impressive. Bryce wasn't terrible. It's just a lot of pressure. Receivers weren't getting open. A lot of drops too.
Absolutely.
So it can't really all go on Bryce Young's shoulders here today. He was really trying his heart out, but just not quite able to make enough happen. Also,
Judkins was awesome.
He was doing really well. Hubbard had some good plays, obviously, but they just were at a point where they couldn't run it that much. Not a lot really to mention there. Like Lee got involved. Theo Johnson, very good player for the Browns offensively. Crocker had that big play. Jerry Jeudy had that huge touchdown. That was impressive. Brooks had a touchdown versus his former team. I'm sure he's happy about that. Dude, Mike McGlinchey had a hell of a game. Look at this, the pancake blocks.
Yeah, that Browns O-line, that was actually incredible.
Yeah, great performance there. And
I wish you could give a Super Bowl MVP to an offensive line because I feel like they deserve it.
Yeah, they were really good. I mean, and the guys that stepped up for the Browns defense. Look at this. I mean, Angelo Baber, Tyree Wilson. He obviously had Kramer with a half sack with Sawyer, but yeah, some of the depth guys made plays, and that was, I think, the big key thing is that even with injuries, you saw the the depth pieces to make the plays, where the Panthers starters weren't even making plays.
Yeah.
Very
Awesome
impressive
game.
game. Yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously, once again, the Giants, can't get a win even with Bobby Okereke in there.
Yeah.
Who else? Theo Johnson got a win though. There you go. Theo Johnson,
Joe Johnson and technically Dexter Lawrence, but he wasn't
Dexter
starting.
Lawrence. Yeah, he was sitting because he was hurt, but uh, yeah, I mean, very impressive game. I mean, who would you? Obviously, we say the O line. I do agree with you. The O line should get it. But obviously, that's not how they give the award out. Sadly, who do you think you
Yeah.
give it to? I mean, Judkins
Well,
has
if
his
it's-
case. Either the
I,
quarterbacks.
I think might be Von Herren. I don't know. I feel like combined with the rushing he had there, like just down the stretch, he took over as a backup. I would give it to. Do I have to send this one? I might have to send
Yeah,
this
go ahead.
because let me get back on this. Yeah, I would give it to Von Herren. I mean, you could make a case for either quarterback. I think obviously, as you said, Von Herren was not the better passer. I think Cole Marshall definitely was a
Yes.
better passer, but running game involved, and also he was a solid passer. He was definitely more
Yeah.
than doable, especially against that defense. I would give it to Von Herren. We'll see though.
Yeah, I mean, you also have the case of like Cole Marshall got them there to that point where Von Herren could just game manager, but they give it to Von Herren. Wow,
A lot of fun.
that's
Yeah.
an incredible story for Von.
Yeah, let's see. The Browns, they might have made a huge jump. I want to check these power rankings real quick.
I feel like
Last season,
I
no,
think
they
they
were a
made the
wild card.
playoffs. Yeah,
Let me double check. Yeah, no, they were in the divisional last year. My fault. But they go all the way this time.
yeah, very impressive
Awesome.
for sure. And we'll talk about the stuff on this the mock draft and retirements next time. But weekly awards though, Von Herren does get the offensive player of the week for the AFC, and the Baber with the sack, fumble recovery as well. For the Browns offensively, for the Panthers, Chuba Hubbard really the only guy to do much. And then Gaither just had a ton of tackles, so he got the NFC nod there. But yeah, that was an interesting year. Obviously, no Giants Cardinals in the Super Bowl. Got to see two teams never really in the Super Bowl do something. So that was entertaining.
Yeah, both of them fighting for their first championship, or for the first Lombardi, and Browns go away with it. Their first Super Bowl appearance
Yes,
is a championship.
Yes.
Well
Yeah.
done.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's gonna be fun to see how do the Browns become a dynasty. What are the Giants gonna do? They are teetering out. They have a Jackson Dart to pay with negative $10 million in salary cap right now.
Do they manage to work out a deal with him? That's a
Can he
huge
figure?
question.
Yeah, I don't even know if they can. This is going to be very difficult.
Yeah.
And
We'll
how
see.
is the Cardinals going to do with their developing
Yeah.
quarterback under center?
I will say, we had that answer. We had that question. Who was Skilling going to be able to fill the shoes of Kyler? And I think the answer is absolutely yes. We answer that question.
I think he can. Well, there's still plenty of
absolutely
still a long career ahead of him, but a great rookie year. I mean,
Yes,
you get to a
absolutely.
championship. I think there's a lot. There's definitely a reason to have a lot of promise.
Yes,
Or a lot of confidence in your quarterback.
Absolutely, but the Giants were the question we had was, can they finally get over the hump? And the answer is no, but it's going to be tough. Yeah, we'll have to. I'm very curious to see what they can do with Dart, because that's gonna get sketchy.
Will they sign a free agent this season? Maybe or will
possibly
at that point. I need to figure out maybe if my settings are wrong, but no, I think a lot of the money is went to retaining talent.
Absolutely,
I
will say Von Herren is a free agent, so it's there's a possibility.
There is a possibility you see him dressing up in the blue. That would be fun. Honestly, if it's not going to be Jackson Dart playing quarterback, I would like a Von Herren. I think that'd be a fun storyline.
Absolutely. Joe Burrow's a free agent too. There's some names potentially. Von Herren, as we said, Braylon Hurts. Right. Anthony Richardson could be the boy in blue.
Okay.
Dude, they signed Elliott Folds to a deal and they started Dane McQueen. What are the Colts doing? They're pearling out right now.
Or maybe
Maybe Corey Sutphin is QB1. Who knows?
Maybe.
Corey Sutphin's-
There's a lot of names here. Kyler Murray is gonna be potentially available. Shador Sanders. Um, although
Oh,
Sutphin's
God.
he's up for contract too, so maybe Dudley Kinney's the guy.
Dudley Kinney. Maybe.
Could be Jerome McDonald, who's been sitting behind Trevor Lawrence. Will Levis still around. Could see Sam
I'm
Reeves to the Giants.
Progressively disliking these quarterback options. I was
Yeah.
on board at the start.
Sam Reeves, yeah, could go there. Zach Wilson. You could see Spellman too. DeMar Spellman's a free agent, possibly.
Oh, there's a lot of fun ones. Honestly, you know what my
yeah.
prediction is? I think Skillen is going to get benched for Sam Reeves. Joins the Cardinals, wins them a few Super Bowls. Surpasses Kyler Murray.
Justin Fields, by the way, is potentially could be a Giant too. Will Howard, Kyle McCord.
Oh God, please, Jackson Dart.
Jarrett
Please.
Stidham, 50 overall, 34-year-old. I mean, there's a lot of potentially good options and there's a lot of not great options, but I think Jackson Dart might go. They might not have the money.
Might not have the money. I am really curious, but it's gonna have to wait for next time.
Which is so unfortunate. That's a cliffhanger. Can Jackson Dart get signed, or will we see a new quarterback donning the blue, white, and red? And maybe they draft a quarterback. There's quarterbacks to draft here.
You do that to your man. Do they really? Are they going to say, Jackson Dart, you've not been enough? Or I mean, it could just simply be a money issue.
It could be.
You can't pay a franchise quarterback. We're trying to build a team, and we just can't afford you. Rough.
Yeah, I don't know, but there is a first or second round talent quarterback. Darius Waddle is the only one. Everyone else is second or later. But so maybe if because they can't afford, maybe they could just draft a quarterback. But we'll have to wait and see. That's going to be a very interesting one. Obviously, I avoided the QB carousel with drafting a quarterback while Kyler was still there. But Giants might not be so lucky with Jackson Dart potentially on his way to free agency. But, if he comes back, that would be great too. He's still really great quarterback. So,
absolutely. It's been fun. Thank you for another season of this. I think it'll be. I mean, at this rate, it's going to be 10 episodes, so we're buckling in.
Yeah, I think that's just kind of the format we're going to end up with here.
I wouldn't mind it at all. It's been very fun so far.
Absolutely, and I want to thank everyone here. If you somehow made it this far, go ahead and say your word. I'm kidding. Don't.
Say no.
But yeah, thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoy. Hope you're excited for next episode when we see if some of these questions can be answered, see where things go with both of the Giants and Cardinals and all the other teams as well, of course, and some of the players that are fan favorites as well. So thank you all for watching. Thank you, Voodoo, for joining as well.
Thank you.
And have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.
Take it easy.